Recording. Let me get my notes while Alterios figures out his technical difficulties.
Hello.
Oh god, I'm not even on the right page of my notes. Whatever, it's my intro that I never get right anyway. Welcome, my friends, and welcome back to the Krieg Dominion. I am Omar Krieg, your lord and commander of the Krieg Dominion, and your host for tonight's event, the 15th... Oh my god, I'm screwing this all up. This is Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader, Tithes of Acheron, Segmentum first, into the Maw. I almost said Void. And this is episode 15 of that arc. There, I think I got it right. I at least got all the major points. I don't know.
Is this where we time traveled?
This is where the time traveling did not happen.
Oh,
This is that
alternate
universe. This is
I can
that that version of the multiverse. With me are, of course, my mostly wonderful and, of course, Rev, who loves to peg out my blood pressure. That almost ended badly.
Rev, who loves
I'm
to
gonna stop
pay.
talking and let these guys tell you a little bit about whatever it is new and exciting for them, starting with Alterios. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
And I'm not sure if you want to start with me since I've been having
All right,
connection
fine.
problems.
We'll start with
but hi.
Darius. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
I literally don't know why I keep deseeing from the
Are you still having
thingamajig.
connection issues? Like even in this moment? Okay. Brother, when you said, I felt that. I felt that.
That's why you need to stop hijacking your neighbor's Wi-Fi
Really?
and pay for internet of your own.
I do. Oh, you meant him. Darius, what's new and exciting for you? Please help us.
Well, I watched.
Oh god, this is where he lambastes me over my messed up BattleTech episode. Let me get my notebook out.
Yes, I watched the episode of Revival Divergence the other day, or was it earlier today?
It had to be earlier today because I was getting a virtual live feed of all the things I did wrong.
Yep, it was today.
And I wish I was joking when I said that, but that's pretty much what it was.
So yeah, I went turn by turn and told him what was wrong with each turn in a private message. I didn't make it public.
Yes,
I'm
I
not gonna make
appreciate
it
that on the
public
real. Although we're still talking about it, so I don't know how I feel right now.
Hey, could you CC me on those?
No, Rev. No. You already have enough shit to give me.
What are we talking about?
No, I'm not going to.
So the short
Oh.
version is this. I had my second match of BattleTech Operation Revival Divergence the other day with Woldane as the Steel Vipers. And there were a number of times where I made relatively minor, I don't think it would have changed anything insofar as the outcome.
There was a couple spots where it could have changed the outcome.
Yeah, but I don't think it would have been terribly drastic changes. I think Woldane still would have won at the end of the day. It just would have taken a little bit less time to get there, maybe.
Was this base tabletop or?
Yes, tabletop.
Okay.
Using Tabletop Simulator to do the battles.
Okay. I there's a reason I moved to Megamech.
Yes.
Because I can't be asked to remember all those rules.
And I even said it in the beginning of the video. I was like, I don't know if I addressed the viewing audience specifically, or if I just was like, all right, let's just remember I don't remember all of the damn modifiers I need to remember. Like, I'm gonna screw this up.
Yeah, but you had the tables right there.
Yes. And if you notice, I did look a couple times. I also couldn't find it half the time because I don't remember where half that shit is on those tables. Listen, I definitely should have had a warm-up match before I had the actual match. I'm not worried about losing because I'm the GM. Like, theoretically, I'm supposed to lose, but I'm also supposed to know how to play the damn game.
And how to make it tough for the players.
Yeah, he did okay. He'll be fine. There was a couple of moments where he almost died. It was good. He got knocked out in, like, round 2. Maybe it was round 1. I don't remember.
I was going to say he had to eject it. It couldn't have been much tougher.
Yeah, well, he Oh yeah, because you were there at the end of it. Yeah, there was a early round knockout because of a couple of SRMs that smacked cockpit. But
Yep.
he ended up waking up the next round because I, pulled the GM card of I'm just gonna finish cooling off for this round and not do anything. I.e., I'm not at all, totally not at all, giving up an entire round of action to let my opponent recover from the ass whooping I just gave him.
If only you had shown similar mercies for your son.
Never. Never. Sir Farvel is dead. He's not coming back except as a ghost.
I was gonna say, family members get it worse because they'll forgive
No,
you
what
later.
Rev was talking about, for those that don't know, is my oldest son's very first role playing game that he had been in, which was Pendragon, a game that I streamed a couple years ago. His very, very first character ever in a role playing game, and I killed him in basically the 5th session, if you include a couple of character creation sessions.
Almost bisected in half, as I recall.
Yeah, I think so. Let's move on. Warner?
Is by
Warner,
Sup?
what's new for you, my friend? Fortunately, you haven't seen any of my shenanigans, so you can't really call me out. Hopefully.
Shenanigans.
Hopefully, you can't call me out.
New and exciting. Well, I have been rather busy with work, so I have not gotten to do too much in the way of fun, exciting things this week.
Okay. We can move on if you don't have anything.
I wish I had better news. I mean,
It is what it is,
very
man.
temporarily tried out that Mecha Break demo, I guess.
I don't know that one at all. I feel like I'm missing something.
It's like a Gundam-y Armor Core E mecha
Okay.
game.
Gotcha. Not my style. I got locked into BattleTech, and now anything else involving giant mecha robots is just not interesting to me. It's
Yeah,
BattleTech or nothing for me, which I don't know if I
being-
should have that tattooed on my ass, but I'm pretty much locked in.
little higher, a little
very
A tramp stamp?
Just get a
familiar with the
Comstar
Mech
one on your
Warrior
shoulder.
series. The control scheme was very odd. I was like, what's this strafing shit? Why is my torso not twisting?
This is so weird. So weird. Alterios, are you ready to contribute to the new and
Yeah.
exciting now? Are you good?
I should be.
Okay. Did you
I've-
find the
I've
other
yet to-
neighbor, the neighbor on the other side? Did you find his internet?
I was. This is SWAT Van 71, so we should be good.
They're pretty reliable.
Yeah.
I give them treats every now and again.
FBI surveillance vehicle.
Yep.
Donuts get you very far in this world.
They really do.
NSA listening post.
Nothing much going on. The only thing that kind of stuck out this week is we missed a D&D session because one of our members was hospitalized.
Oh no. I hope they're good. Or
They're
going to be
good now, but it was it's kind of harrowing watching them since Friday. So yeah,
Yeah.
good to have them back.
Are they feeling better?
Yeah. They're able to make coherent sentences and said they should be good to go.
Well,
That's good.
You say coherent sentences. Were we talking concussion? Like, it's none of my business if it's.
No, it was like the most I'll go into it was a heart problem.
Okay.
And they're on so much medication that they're literally they were fumbling on the phone trying to type messages on Discord.
Yikes.
Fair enough.
Well, it sounds like they're on their way to full recovery, which is always a good thing. So
Yes.
good to hear that. All right. I think I embraced. Rev, go ahead.
Well,
I think I'm ready.
It's not anyone here knows, to be clear. But a friend of just to make sure that no one mistakes identity, but a friend of my girlfriend has been having some pretty serious health issues involving pregnancy. And so being around the computer and the phone to be an emotional support has taken up a lot of my time. But other than that, I'm getting I'm getting some educational in history and planning on specializing in Tartaria and ancient aliens.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Okay.
Aliens.
How far along is this
the
friend of
meme.
your girlfriend? How much longer do they have until delivery day?
It's the opposite end of that. There was some high levels of pain involved and some a lot of dealing. They're a veteran, so a lot of dealing with the VA
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
and the VA going, "I'm sorry, we can't officially confirm anything because you haven't had the blood test we require to prove it's real."
Mm,
Plus the
that's
line, I'm sorry, that baby is not service related. We can't help you.
ah! I should not be laughing at
Oh,
that, but I could
man.
definitely see the VA coming up with some
Oh,
bullshit like
man.
that. You weren't impregnated while you were in the service, so it's no longer our problem. That is a you problem.
Well, it's it's
I
less the
obviously don't
fact.
mean anything against anybody actually dealing with that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
how
I'm poking fun
ridiculous
at
the VA
for
can be.
yeah.
It's also complications involving
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that.
okay.
It
yeah.
is not atypical.
right. Well, best of luck. And I realize by saying that may seem unfeeling, but I mean it. I really do mean best of luck. I always hate to hear shit like that, especially when you get somebody like the VA involved and somehow they just magically intentionally
let
make it worse.
less of a gossip, more of a request for prayers for those who hold to that sort of thing.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. With that, I don't think I have anything new and exciting. Other than, of course, we had BattleTech Operation Revival Divergence episode the other day, and then we have another one to be recorded tomorrow. I cannot promise I will be any better at remembering all the modifiers I need to remember, but I am.
You don't have to remember them. You just have to look at the chart.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna have Darius's voice in the back of my head the entire night, and this is gonna be super annoying.
But you could set up an audio channel where he could talk to you and the others couldn't hear him.
You have him coach me on what move I should make?
He could be your Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah, my muse. No, we're not gonna do that.
Oh, Roxanne.
Previously on Tithes of Acheron, upon arriving at Footfall, hold on, let me skim this paragraph and make sure I actually. Okay, I did update it. Upon arriving at Footfall, the explorers have met with both Moros Tanthus, the Liege of Footfall, and later the Inquisitor Sabrina and Drymos. A formal dinner event is held aboard the Acheron's ferry, featuring catered burritos made to order, and as a dessert, upside down pineapple grenade cake that was delivered and served with a unique flourish. Provided with additional motivation for securing the wreck of the Righteous Path, the crew of the Acheron's ferry set out for where they believe it to be, somewhere in the Mogoros system. Let's see. Oh, I was supposed to actually finish those edits, and apparently I didn't. So let's try this again. Upon arrival in that system and a full scan of, little of note was initially seen until a closer view of Mogoros Prime revealed not only orcs on the planet, but also a strange crystalline structure on the surface. Deciding to check it out, they have arrived on the planet and began moving towards this crystal tower, only to run, of course, shocker to nobody, a band of orcs, which is where we are now.
Yes. The hairs on
so-
Reinhardt's neck began to stand up as he heard in his head, before he heard anything audibly, orcs, 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 orcs.
I feel like
above the table, Warner, does your character get any sort of bonuses from this as a hated enemy, or is it simply a negative? I hate the orcs.
He does get bonuses. He gets a +10 on his rolls to hit.
Nice.
Aha.
So you're all. I mean, you're so basically you're gonna be like, what's the word I'm gonna use? Auto success, effectively, is what I'm hearing.
If I can make it that way, I'm going to make it that way.
So above the rules, just from Warner, so I know what to do. Do you need my +10 at all, or are you basically going to be hitting hundreds without it? Because you were hitting pretty high before you hated orcs.
So my ballistic skill is 69, +10 on my special ability for being a
The Arch Militant.
arch militant.
Yep. And then,
And then the +10 for orcs brings it up to an 89, and then the fire modes and modifiers on my weapons should put me about as close to 100% chance to hit as possible.
Okay.
one
Should.
second. For the people watching the stream live, I am trying to remember all of the rules. And as I was just recently informed, the tables and charts are everywhere. Just look at them. So I'm going to look at combat really quick because I know the first thing we have to do is roll initiative. Because we're just going to assume that surprise doesn't really happen. And so this is everybody rolling a 1d10 plus your agility bonus, which of course, if you don't know, is the first digit of the 2-digit number for your agility.
I guess.
And so
How are we handling the
I'm going to spend fate.
not guardsmen?
I mean,
that's a good question before we start rolling that. So if you notice over here on our nifty little turn tracker, I put 2 squads of both the orcs and your guardsmen. My suggestion, and you don't have to do this, of course, is basically split them in half. You know, a group of 5 and a group of 5. Go with whomever. You also have Jeff the Chef, your Ogren Chef, and Winter on the board as well, that the players will be responsible for.
Now, I would have specifically looked into the rules for Winter's character had I known. You said you would be controlling Winter's character.
Was that the final answer?
I
I realize that may have
changed
sounded
my mind.
sarcastic. I did not mean to sound sarcastic.
if since we're not prepared, you could do it now and then hand us the sheet later. Unless you want to hash that out now.
Hang on. Let me. All right. Here's what I will do. Let me switch this back over because people don't need to see all of my Discord shit and all the other windows I have open. So I'm gonna put Winter's character sheet in. I think I had meant to actually do this, and I just got sidetracked with everything else I've got going on the day-to-day. Let's see. This one. Oops, that's not what I wanted you to do. There you go. All right. So Winter's sheet, as of the most recent save I have, which is last week, is in our channel.
Have you been leveling her as we've gained XP since she left?
I didn't level her. So she left, and then we've only had the one session last week. I put the XP in, but I haven't spent it. I think it's only like 300 XP available at the moment, because I think she spent everything before she gave up the character. But you have that, and then you have Jeff, and of course the 2 squads of guardsmen that you guys can take a moment and figure out how you want to do it. Probably the Arch Militant would be in charge of one group, and then either the Rogue Trader or
nope. I double checked the hatred. And
yes.
It doesn't work exactly the way I thought. It is in close combat, getting a +10 bonus to weapon skill tests.
But not to range
So
attack.
if I have to melee them, I will get the +10. But
if
it's
you have
not
to melee
my
an
ballistic
orc, you
skill.
fucked up.
Correct.
I feel like that should be the tagline for this episode, by the way.
You think you're a space marine?
Yeah,
That
really.
I should still be pretty close to.
Okay.
Yeah, but
hitting
yeah,
hits all the time.
your ballistic skill and all the other shit is pretty freaking high. Chances of
I
you
may
missing
or may not have designed this character with that in mind.
well, yes, I think I vaguely recall you and I having a discussion about, hey man, are you sure you're not power gaming the absolute fuck out of your character?
And I believe I said, I made him to be good at what he is good at.
Yes. So in other words, kind of, he's definitely a specialized, focused character. Don't ask him to flip an omelet.
Do not ask him to make pleasant conversation with high society.
Yeah, it's not going to go well. Okay.
It really isn't.
I will take care of Jeff. Oh, we lost Alterios yet again. Hey man, Alterios, are you there?
The FBI cut him off.
They did. They started looking for him. They couldn't find him. So like, oh, all right, well,
They
just
ran
disconnect him.
out of donuts.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, his donut tax hasn't been paid in full. All right, while we're waiting for him to reconnect.
You know how in survival games where you eat and then the bar slowly drains down?
Yeah.
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to check something. Okay.
Hello, Christoph.
What
So
is-
I guess we should go ahead and everyone else should roll initiative to get that out of the way.
Yep. So he's got agility is a +2.
Is that initiative? Is that off percentage or just a
It's 1d10 plus your agility bonus.
Yes, 1d10 plus agility bonus, but you
I
can
know you said
spend a
that-
fate to have considered to have rolled a 10, which is what I'm doing. Not burn a fate, spend a fate.
And then let me know what.
Do we re-roll initiative at the beginning of every round?
No, it's
or
just
do we
one.
stay-
It's just
Okay.
once for the fight. And then let me know what they are so I can put them on these little tabby dealies over here so I can get them lined up in the correct order.
I will be at a 15.
All right, that is Reinhardt at 15.
Yar.
Okay, who else we got?
I should probably pull up my character.
Yes, you probably should have your character sheet when you're playing a role-playing game. Listen, I gotta be a smart ass, otherwise my brain and my blood pressure just the things just don't equal out. Rev rolled a 10. What's your agility bonus for Brogadio?
3.
3, so that's a 13.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, let me go ahead and roll up these.
The
orcs
only
really
time I'll have a
quick.
good roll all night, probably.
Let's see, agility. So 1d10 plus 3.
You saw the 8 and the 9 and we're like, uh-oh. weren't you
11.
order?
So 1.
You saw the 8 and the 9 and we're like, oh, I need to beat that.
I did not. I just,
Okay.
I think that spending it for a 10 on the
Yeah,
thing
he
is
spent a
one of
fate
the
point.
Better spending.
Yeah.
It's one of the better ways to spend fate.
Yeah. Because it gives him a better chance of being up towards the front of the initiative order.
My personal opinion.
Brogadio, what do we do for ties? Oh, you know what? For ties, it's
Agility modifier that's higher goes first.
the higher of the agility bonus. Is that what it is?
Yes.
All right, so the orcs have 3.
And
have
he has 3, so that's a tie.
All right,
Again.
well, I'm just gonna GM hand wave and say player goes first
Okay.
because I feel like that's
Hand wavium is an acceptable.
it's an acceptable method. So that means actually I need to move a couple of people.
I'm going to pull out my finger and go bang at the orcs and see what happens.
You know what? I would have to make you rolls. Like, if you were to do that, it would have to be some sort of, like, intimidation or...
No, come on. It would be a
How-
fellowship roll.
Yeah, it'd have to
far-
be some sort of,
How far into the episode are we?
like 20 minutes. Technically, we haven't really started yet. We're waiting for Alterios to rejoin if he's going to.
Right, but my point is, where does the YouTube and or Twitch watching out for the no-nos tend to cut off?
Oh, we're well past that. So if you want to drop
Okay.
an F-bomb, this is
Well,
the time to
I'm-
say it.
I'm going to argue for fellowship as well, since he's trying to finger bang the orcs.
Can I get somebody to roll Winters?
That or agility.
And I need
Reinhardt, would your character be watching this?
If he did, he'd throw up.
your Acheron, your armsmen have agility bonuses of 3.
Yay!
So I need a 1d10 plus 3. And I just saw a flicker on my second monitor. Does that mean Alterios has rejoined the call? Or am I crazy?
I saw him relaunch Steam.
3 plus 3 is 6.
Alright, so Squad 1 has a 6 initiative.
Oh,
They
sorry.
suck.
And then Squad 2.
I guess I'll re-roll. Oh, a 10 plus 3 is 13.
Alright, so
So
using the same
that's
rules
another
I
13.
used before. means the Acheron troop squad will go before bad guys. All right, so I need Jace. Jace, what's your agility bonus and a 1d10 plus that?
Total of 12.
Oh, you did roll 12 over there. Okay, I see that now.
12sies.
So that means
Above Jeff the chef.
Yep, I'm making it happen.
You and the captain making it happen.
Yep, and then I have Winter, and Winter's I have her sheet open so I can take a look. Her agility is 37, so that's a 3. 1d10 plus 3 for her.
I guess I'll roll that one as well.
3,
And it says 7 plus whatever you just said her thing was.
so it's a 10. Which will put her
10.
right after the Ogren Chef. And then Icarus, once... Oh, he's on here. So, Icarus, what's your
He
agility
rolled
bonus?
a 9. Woohoo!
That'd
Good
be 12
roll.
total.
12 total.
My modifier is 3.
And what was... I imagine Jace's modifier was also a 3.
Nope. 5.
You have
Should
a
be
50?
better. He's a pilot.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense. All right, so that means Icarus will go before Jace. I think we have our initiative order. Did I miss anybody? Oh, I just didn't put Icarus as an actual initiative on here. 12. Okay, I think we're all set. Go ahead and take a moment to position your people as you wish. You are limited to basically here, basically these 2 rocks and the edges of the map.
Rocks.
Okay, well, I'm
Icarus?
going to.
Icarus has a higher
Did I do that wrong?
agility than I.
Did I do that wrong? I did.
Yeah.
My bad. I even meant to put Jace first, but my brain dyslexia itself.
Ah.
I'm not sure if that's dyslexia, but
Also, for the
not.
purposes of placement and command, since on the talkie episodes, I get to do all the controlling. I think at most I should control like myself and maybe Jeff, but I think like the squads should go to the other players.
sure. I want to play Jeff because he's my character. He's not my character. In fact, I don't even have a character sheet for him.
I
Actually,
thought okay.
I
thought
just
you were
wanted to
playing-
play Jeff because I want to be the big dumb ogre.
Yeah.
Because hello, have
You're-
you met me?
You're a bunch of big dumb greenskins.
Okay, that's fair. Fine, you can play Jeff. Let's see if I can remember
Because
how
I'm
combat works in
green,
this game.
isn't it?
What?
It's because I'm green, isn't it?
Now we're going back to the pre-show conversation.
No, that's Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Yes. All right.
I really wish I could like
you know
mute
what?
everything that everyone hears for y'all to hear me say something and then go back to the stream.
Nope.
So they're going to deploy there, and then these knucklenecks are going to deploy. Oops. All right, I'm set up for my guys.
I guess am I controlling half of the
That's up to you guys.
armament?
Well, this is up to everybody, but like in terms of like command structure and everything, it would make sense that the arch militant would have a number of troops under his command, and the other combat specialist, sometimes pilot specialist, might have troops at his disposal as well. That's what I was thinking. But if other people would like to control troops, now's your chance to speak up.
And
It's just Alturios, actually. So, Alturios, do you want to control more troopies?
All right, I'm back finally.
Doesn't
are
he
you
have
good over there?
servitors?
Just hammering out the reason why I was getting bad internet.
He's got a bunch of servo skulls right now. We didn't get the combat servitor that I wanted to get him yet.
Oh, okay.
Omar decided that he wasn't going to follow the rules on that one, so we don't have it.
What?
I think it's a little bit more than that, but also your statement is probably 80 or 75% correct.
I didn't want a power game.
Well, the rules as stated probably were a little bit broken in our favor. Like that's why I'm not.
Yup.
Okay. Your troopers, if you mouse over them, you'll see that there's a group of squad 1 and a group of squad 2, and then the sergeant is with squad 2 at the moment. Obviously, you can switch that if you want. But otherwise, see who is up first. This is
What sort of distance are we talking about on this map? I know that you've probably mentioned that before. But
so
if
if
we're doing
you double check
we're doing-
your
if we're doing
lines,
centimeters, how many centimeters is
we're doing inches.
Okay.
So if you hit the third button, or no, sorry, fourth button down, make sure you are set for inches.
Inch.
Right. So an inch is a meter?
Yeah, 1 inch is 1 meter as far as your movement and ranges and all that stuff. Reminds me.
An inch is a meter. We're making the international community very angry right now.
You know what? I feel like that's just appropriate because
Hey,
I
man,
believe
what
we
the
are
fuck is a
all
kilometer
American
anyway?
in this call. So I feel
Is
like that's what we
there
do.
I think I've asked this before, but there isn't an Overwatch system for this game, is there?
That's
Like
a
if
great
I
question.
move and
Considering what Blizzard did with Overwatch, I'm rather glad there isn't.
I'm more
I-
referring to the ability to move to a position and ready in action to shoot if someone enters your field of view.
I don't remember. It's been too long, and when I played the Deathwatch game, it was much more useful with our time to just shoosty the alien now and not wait till later.
Well, I was looking at the ranges and hypothesizing that even if I moved a little bit, it would still be outside of maximum range, and rather than shoot now, hold for as they move forward into
There
range.
are indeed rules for
Overwatch. It's a full action. Active character guards a specific area or target poised to shoot at an opportune moment. When Overwatch is declared, the active character establishes a kill zone, which is any general area such as a corridor or tree line, which encompasses a 45-degree arch in the direction the active character is facing. Active character then specifies either full auto, semi-auto, or suppressing fire, along with the conditions under which he will perform the chosen attack. At any time the specified conditions are met before the start of the character's next turn, he can perform that attack. If this attack occurs at the same time as another character's action, the character with a higher agility bonus acts first. If both, then there's a
opposed agility test.
Yep. And then
Or hand
additionally, targets caught in the kill zone must make a hard -20 pinning test or become pinned, which is really bad, by the way. If a character on Overwatch performs any actions or reactions such as dodge, his Overwatch immediately ends. Note, this does not include free actions such as speech.
So that means you cannot move and then do Overwatch. You have to be in place for a whole round, and then you can.
And it's a
declare
full
Overwatch.
action, yeah. So you already have to be there before you start the Overwatch.
Right.
Okay. Well, because I had it in my mind that there was some type of Overwatch system, but that there was a penalty to the character, and I'm like, well, what's the point of doing Overwatch then? Anyway, I must have been mistaken.
Oh, hot
I mean,
the
you have to-
penalty is that you
being-
have to be in place.
Yeah, that's the drawback is you.
No,
Eh.
I was thinking there was some type of aiming penalty for like covering a larger area on Overwatch.
No.
And
It doesn't look that way.
right, but I'm saying I had a
I don't think
full.
you have
No,
an
no,
extra,
no,
I don't
no,
think you
no.
get an extra bonus to that either, though. Like it's just I'm watching
It's
this.
just
air,
I'm
it's-
setting the conditions for when
Yeah.
I will make my attack.
yeah. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here, and so basically, it's like it's almost like the ready a move or reserve an action or whatever it is in like Celeste and D&D.
or hold action in D&D.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so
And if the conditions aren't met, you do nothing. But it must have been a different rule set for some other game, but I had a distinct memory that the Overwatch was busted in the bad direction, and it wasn't worth my time.
I feel like this.
But
I feel like here, even though there's
here
no
it
additional
seems fine. Here it
modifier,
seems fine. I'm
modifiers or what have
explaining.
you.
I was just giving a reason why I asked, not.
Yeah.
getting into the discussion, so.
All right. Whenever you're ready, Reinhardt, it is your go.
Okay.
I will recall that, or remind that if you are more than twice the range of your weapon, it is a -10, and if you are less than half the range of your weapon, it is a +10 to your shooty shoot.
And they're
Pew, pew.
about
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm just curious, Warner, what's the range on your sniper?
Looking at the character
Probably
sheet.
I want to
150.
say yeah, I was gonna say 150 if I recall. So you're less than half.
No, it is 100 meters
Okay.
on my single fire gun.
Well,
So you
roughly-
move up to just under 50 inches and don't aim.
Yeah, 50 inches is here.
Yeah,
If you can,
and you can get I think a total of a +10 blast on somebody within range.
Yes, I think that sounds good. All right.
Oh, I want to remind.
Are these rocks
I was just
chest high
gonna remind.
walls, or how big are they?
All right,
he's got
so
it written on the map.
yep, it's on the map. The red rocks break line of sight. The gray rocks are about they're crouching height, so you can crouch behind them without too much problem.
Woot.
And they will give you. I don't think I actually put it. Oh, it is on there. +10 armor, and are tall enough to crouch
Woot.
behind.
Then I will just go right here and
just
aim and be like,
Are any of the orcs
"Hey, bastards!"
noticeably larger?
No, they're orcs, and I don't know if your character has any sort of history with orcs. You recognize them as orcs.
His
There's-
would. That's
Oh,
why I
yes.
asked for him.
Yes.
Oh yes. These orcs are probably your. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't plan for anything special or unique with these orcs. They're
Okay,
just fucking
so
orcs. So basically,
none
they're
of
like
them looks like a knob. They all look like boys.
yeah, they're basically just shooter boys. There's nothing special about them.
Are any of them big boys?
No, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say something really dumb, but I knew you would take it the wrong way.
No, they're all little boys.
I was gonna say no, I'm your big boy.
Oh,
Oh my.
well, that's
He's iron tough. Wait, no, that's Big Bear.
Anyway, these are your standard orcs. There's nothing particularly special about them. If anything, it looks like there might be one that's probably a bit meaner, maybe has more gear, or slightly more gear, like a better chest plate than the rest. Otherwise, this is probably just a patrol that went by. It was like, oh, there are humans over there. Let's go get
Don't
them.
you mean a patrol?
Whatever they fucking call it. Listen, I don't know orc that well. Anyway, Reinhardt, when you're ready, go ahead and shoot one of them.
Alrighty. I am going to shoot with both of my weapons, the
dear.
solo bolt gun and hell gun, because I have 2 weapon wielder ballistic.
Okay, give me the rundown on that really quick. It just allows you to shoot both as normal standard actions.
I take a 10 penalty because I
Okay.
have the thingy jig for it instead of a 20 penalty.
Okay.
Thingy jig?
It's ambidextrous.
Okay, yeah, I have ambidextrous and 2 weapon wielder. Okay, I just was checking.
Okay.
I didn't think it was
And
bad.
I have my special gloves that allow me to hold my basic weapons as if they were pistols.
Getting around the whole. Okay, all right, go ahead. So you got, I believe you
The
have
recoil
a total.
gloves.
I think what's your net bonuses then? It's just a plus.
So I
+0, right?
have, yeah, my weapon master gives me the +10 ballistic that cancels out my penalty,
Okay.
and then the red dot sight for single shot on my bolt gun gives me a +10,
Mm-hmm.
and my motion predictor on my hell gun gives me a +10 for semi-auto, and semi-auto also gives me a +10.
So it's a +20
So-
for the hell gun. Firing a
Yep.
burst. Hold that thought, because I want to double check something. I'm pretty sure semi-auto burst is a full action, and you've moved. So
Oh, right. Yep. Wait, semi-auto?
yeah, I just looked at
Yep,
it.
you're right. Yeah, it's a full action.
Yeah.
So it'll
Sorry,
be single
listen.
shot.
I would have let you
No,
have
no.
it too.
You're good.
I was
By all
about to let you
means,
have it.
do the thing. Yes, we will do the single shot on the hell gun, so it will not have any of the
So
extra
both of them will
goodies.
have-
It'll be at a 0. The solo bolt gun,
Will have a
however,
+10.
will have a +10.
Okay, got it. All right. And then if you could just press the tab button over whichever the individual that you're shooting specifically, so I know which one to reduce.
Right. I just want to check one more thing about the 2-weapon wielder.
Where is my hit chart? Is this my hit chart? Yes.
Because blah, 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 blah.
And then correct me if I'm wrong. You have your weapon-based damage, but then you also get a +1 for every degree of success as far as your damage goes. Does that sound right?
I think
Am
that
I mis?
doesn't that depend on the weapon?
So
I could be remembering wrong.
my solo bolt gun is accurate, and accurate gets a bonus based on degrees of success, I believe.
Wait just a second.
Into
I'm
the
actually looking it up.
armory, weapon special qualities, accurate, an additional bonus of +10 to the firer's base or ballistic skill when using the aim action, which I'm not doing. When firing a single shot from a ballistic weapon with the accurate quality benefiting, the attack gains an extra d10 of damage for every 2 degrees of success, to a maximum of 2 extra d10. So if I get 4 degrees of success, I still cap out at an extra 2d10.
I hear you. I'm
Rules.
double checking something. For all attack rolls, count the degrees of success. The attacker may choose to replace the result on a single damage die with the number of degrees of success from his attack roll.
I hate to be. Never mind. I'll shut up.
That might be a little extra crunchy that we don't need to do. Anyway, sorry. So I don't. Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking maybe Traveler rules. Maybe that's where I got that from. Go ahead. Make your you have a +10, a +0, and then because of the accurate, you get an extra point of damage for every 2 degrees of success on the
Extra
bolt gun.
d10 of damage.
Oh, sorry. Extra
per
d10
per 2 degrees of
for
success.
2 degrees. Jesus Christ! All right, rip away, Ripperstein.
So
These fucking orcs are so shafted in the fucking initiative order.
rolling the percentage dice.
That's a hit on the bolt gun, I would imagine.
Yes.
All right,
So
which one are you hitting?
Solo bolt gun gets 4 degrees of success, so it gets the extra 2d10. I'm gonna just go with this guy here on the edge.
Okay. He gets 10 armor on top of everything else because of he's crouched behind the watch dealy.
Now the gears of war
So-
covered. Can we
50.
vault over that as
Hang
part
on.
of our action,
Hang
or
on,
is
hang on. It's body. He has body 5. I see what I did. Okay. So he's got 5 armor there, so that's 15 armor and his toughness bonus total of 8. That's shit. Hold on. Goddamn short-term memory math. 8, 5, 13, 23 armor. Go ahead.
23 armor?
He's crouched behind that wall.
Oh, the wall.
So what's your total damage?
So on that particular weapon, it's 21 damage with pen 4.
All right, so 21 damage.
Pen 4.
The 4 pen takes it down to 19. So 2 points of damage come through. Is my math working still?
I believe
That's
so.
all right.
Okay. So that means he then takes, assuming I'm not forgetting something, that means he is now at. Okay.
And the Hellgun will deal 1d10 plus 6.
Did
with
you roll to
7
hit
pen.
with the?
It's
Sorry.
one roll.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, are you holding both and just like clack, 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 clack?
Yes.
he's just he's closing one eye and opening the other?
So that is 14 with 7 pen.
Okay, so 23 minus 7 is 16, so all of the armor
So it does
eats all the
nothing.
damage. But he's still, you winged him. You winged him. Okay. Is there anything else you're capable of doing this round? You have like
Does
some
the
free
rock-
actions and shit.
Does the rock have HP?
No,
Okay.
this rock has been here longer than
Okay.
you know.
I'm going to, call out to the party and say, getting through this rock is going to be difficult, so I recommend waiting until they cross in open fields.
Because we all know.
Reinhardt, what happened to your voice?
I'm
Shut up.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry. I should have been
He was
using
frustrated.
the accent.
He was frustrated because he only managed to do a little bit of damage.
Turns
I
out,
did
turns
a
out,
measly little tiny bits of damage, and that made me all American for a while instead of a friendly German.
turns
I
out,
suppose I
R-
could have
He
gone into
turned out
the
American.
angry Northern
Isn't he
German,
horrible?
but instead I went American. It was very odd.
All right, who's next?
headcanon. Reinhardt is putting on the accent for an affect to raise his mercenary rates.
That's what it is. Yeah, yeah.
Doppelsoldner. Double pay.
Brogadillo, you're up. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm not high on the initiative order.
Yeah.
You are.
Okay. Can free actions be taken outside your turn or just in your turn?
Altarius, we might drop, or you might drop. Looking at your signal there.
Oh,
Free actions,
cool.
I think generally they should be done during your turn for ease of management, but theoretically, I suppose they can be done anytime.
Okay.
I was
Well-
gonna say are you talking about your +10? I think we ruled that the +10 can your +10 can be done on someone else's turn,
Uh,
I have a second thing that's a free
but if
action.
it's going to like inflict damage or do weird stuff, then yeah.
yeah, I think when we're going round by round, it needs to be given out on your command or on your turn rather.
Well, here's what I'd like to do. I have the pistol on my shoulder that can now be fired as a free action. I also have the pistol in my hand. I would like to essentially ready an attack, position myself and ready an attack. And have both the pistol in my hand and my weapon that is a free action fire at the same time.
Sure. What's the range on those weapons? 35? Because you did say pistols.
Yes, they're both pistols.
Okay.
I could double check, but I kind of think they're both 30 or 35.
I mean, pistols usually are in that anywhere from 25 to 30 meter range.
One's a plasma
35.
pistol, the other's a master bolt. So
If you didn't record the ranges on your character sheet, you did something wrong.
Mm,
I did, but I'm looking at the rulebook right now because I was looking at something else.
that's fine. So do you want to assume your Overwatch from your current position, or do you want to move up and then assume it the next round?
So my ranges are 30 and 30.
Okay.
He definitely wants to assume the position.
Yeah.
So what is
Assumes a position.
my range of movement is based off my agility, is it not, or what is my?
You should have a movement table on probably, I think, the back side of your character sheet. It might be on the front. I don't remember.
Page 2.
H2 at the top.
And if I'm not mistaken, the first number is a half action, the second number is a full action, and
Yeah,
then the
half
third
move, full
number is
move,
if
and
you're
charge.
sprinting effectively.
So, but to ready an action, I would have to not move at all.
Correct.
So what I'm asking is, in this, since I could fire the weapon on my shoulder as a free action, may I move as a normal move and simply use the weapon on my shoulder and not my other weapon for a reactionary attack?
Yes, the only problem in that plan is because you move, you can't actually set up an actual bona fide Overwatch because that's a full action.
Okay. But here's
Which
what I'm
is
saying.
fine. You didn't ask for a full Overwatch. You were asking if your shoulder mounted thing could be used.
Yeah, no matter what you do or don't do, it's a free action, so you can use it now, effectively.
Right, but what I'm asking is, can I use the free action as a Overwatch reaction?
I see what you're trying to do. You want to use it as a free action anywhere in the round.
Essentially.
Let me see what the book says really quick about free actions. I don't even know where to begin to find that.
I basically saw Omar sniper bullets glance off of the rock, and I'm like, okay,
You
that's
mean
not going to
Reinhardt's
work.
sniper bullets?
Who did I say?
Omar. You said Omar.
You
and
said
Omar.
Omar.
My
Omar
brain.
hasn't
Sorry.
done anything yet.
No. But no, I saw Reinhardt's bullets deflect up off of the rock essentially,
Where is?
and basically noted that I'm going to wait for the first orc to appear out of cover within my range to shoot at.
Yeah.
I obviously won't be able to fire the plasma in my hand,
Right.
but the bolt pistol on my shoulder as a free action, it's
I'm-
not in the rules anywhere that I know of from what I've looked over, but I'm asking for a GM hand wave in this situation.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's a definition of what is or is not a free action. So give me a moment.
Okay.
Well, before we decided I could take my free actions anytime I wanted to.
Depends on the
Me,
situation.
me, 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 me,
Yeah,
me.
what he said.
Beaker? Is that you?
Of course, it's right now. It's going through every single skill. It's like skill use, free action, use as a free action, use as a free action, use as a free action, stand up as a free action. Oh God, I need a definition of free action for fuck's sake. Improve warp sense, leap up. These are all talents and traits. Psychic shit. More psychic shit. Still psychic shit.
It's not on the
Psyker.
combat. I was looking to see if it was on the combat actions table.
Ah, here we go. A free action takes only a moment and requires no real effort by the character. Free actions may be performed in addition to any other actions on a character's turn, and there is no formal limit to the number of free actions one character can take. The GM should use common sense to set reasonable limits on what can or cannot be done in a few seconds. It does specify, however, free actions may be performed in addition to any other actions, dun dun dun, on a character's turn, dun dun dun. So, for ease of managing the combat, it will be on your turn. I know your intent was to try to set up an ad hoc Overwatch sort of situation, which is commendable, but just to keep having free actions overriding everything else going on in the combat, let's do free actions only on the individual's turn.
Well, for future reference, should I set up an Overwatch,
Mhm.
can it be fired as part of my Overwatch?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I can live with that as a interpretation of those
Now,
rules.
I guess here's my next question. My initiative is here. Can I choose as to hold my turn? And if I hold my turn, does it stay where? Because I know there is a hold turn thing as well.
Ooh, all right. Well, let me go do some more research. As it turns out, I thought we were shooting orcs, and all I'm doing is looking up rules. So
Shooting
my apologies.
orcs.
I'm saying that more out of sarcasm than spite, just for the record.
I'll try to remember it for future reference because I don't think the hold turn. come up before.
Let's see. I'm looking for something that says what can I do when it's my turn. So, extended.
I'm gonna look for
actions,
hold. I'm gonna look for hold or reserve turn inside the
using
rules PDF.
actions. Let's see. Any action can be combined with blah blah blah. Most actions are started and completed within the active's turn. Reactions, extended actions, and then action description. So there's aim, all out, brace, called shot, charge, defensive stance, delay. Instead of acting immediately, the character waits for an opportunity. When a character chooses delay, his turn ends, but he reserves a delayed half action for later use. Anytime before the start of his next turn, the character can perform a delayed half action of his choice. If the delayed half action is not used before the start of the character's next turn, it is lost. If two or more characters both attempt, opposed agility test. So there is a form of reserve or hold or whatever the fuck you
Okay,
want to call it.
so.
But it
next
is a
term-
half action.
That's why I'm next term. So if I take a half, can I, if I delay my turn, take a half action and the free action?
I
Meaning a half
suppose.
move.
Yes, I know
Okay.
where you're going with this, and I suppose we
I'm
can
trying to be
allow
very
that.
clear with what my intent is, so that you don't.
You're
think I'm
trying to
trying to
do
pull
an
one over.
Overwatch without it actually being a by the rule book Overwatch.
No, what I'm trying to do is a delay action, move, and fire.
Yeah, no, I think
Because I've specifically purchased a weapon or a thing that gives me a weapon firing as a free action.
Yeah. So go ahead, make your move, and then sit and wait for the opportunity to slap somebody with your new weapon. Because that's pretty much what you want to do.
Slapsies.
Oh, I didn't think I could move and make a delayed action. Okay.
Well, because move is a half action, so you just
If
you
you
just
don't-
have to
if you don't
move
take
to
a
the
full
range
move.
of a half action, which is the first
Yeah.
number of your movement chart.
Okay. I was just gonna stay where I was until I decided that I would like to take my turn. and then I
Yes,
was
because
going to
if you
politely inform
so
you.
you could do either a full action or two half actions. Your two half actions cannot be the same.
Okay. It was my understanding that delaying my turn reduced my 2 half actions to 1 half action.
The way I read that, and I could be wrong, instead of acting immediately, the character waits for an opportunity. When a character chooses delay,
Right.
his turn ends, but he reserves a delayed half action for later use. I'm reading that as I'm taking one of my two half actions and I'm putting it in my pocket to use later.
Okay, so
That's
then
how
I'll
I'm
make,
reading it. I could be wrong with the intent, but that's what I'm reading. Is anybody else hearing something different?
It seems
I-
reasonable.
Yes,
seems-
but it's
yeah.
against us, so
Yeah. Obviously, if you hear something and it's against the group's effort or intent, then
Right,
why
right.
would you speak up? Yeah, no, I got
I mean,
you.
it actually gives me more movement than I was hoping for, so I'm not opposed to it. I was
Well,
expecting just.
I think in
half
this
action.
case, with your intent with that delayed action is to actually shoot. Well, I mean, because your second movement number ought to be double the first movement number. Am I crazy?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
if you do two moves at the half action, it's not exactly breaking the rules, except for the way I explained it.
except you can't do two half actions that are the same.
Right. Okay. Well,
Yeah, but
you
in
get
this
one.
case, if you're
All right.
doing
Here's what I'm gonna do.
if you're doing two half moves, you basically roll them into a full move and take up your turn. Like
Yeah.
movement is
I
technically.
really should only get a. In all fairness, if I'm gonna do
Yes.
this move and shoot, I should stay where I am. Here's what I'm saying. I think I should stay where I am,
Uh-huh.
and then when I decide to, hey GM, I would like to take my reserved turn after this next turn finishes, and you say okay, I move my half and I shoot, and that should be all I'm allowed to do, with the one free action, not with my other pistol.
You get
Yeah.
one free. You get a
You
half
get
action.
your shooting comes from your free action that you have. Your move comes from the delayed half action. I get what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, that is probably the closest way that it's supposed to be. You are
Oh,
as
I
far as
see.
movement
He's
goes.
willing to give up. You're willing to give up the pistol shot that's in your hand
Mhm,
to only use the one that's on your shoulder because it's free
right,
and still be able to move.
right.
Right.
Okay,
But
I
and
get
it's
it.
delayed
get
until
it.
possibly one of the orcs is in the open for me to shoot at.
Yep.
Okay.
So Rev is currently delayed, and now it's somebody else's turn.
Yes.
A wizard is never late.
He's only delayed.
My apologies for this. I know I enjoy making you pull your hair out, but this was not one of those times. Not intentional.
No, the rules are pretty arcane.
This isn't arcane.
All right, Squad 2 of
Digging
the
through that
ship
book
troops.
definitely is.
All right, focus, please, for the love of God. Squad 2 of the ship's troops. That's these guys over here.
Squad 2.
So who's in charge of squad 2?
I guess I
That
will
would be Reinhardt.
Squad 2, Reinhardt.
And you can move and shoot them all at once, or whatever you're gonna do. Let all 5 of them do their action now.
All right.
Because
Well,
you best
they
believe
are
when it's time
going
for the orcs to move, they are all moving as one.
Yes.
Not all, but their squad.
These guys are going to go moving up and duck into cover here. Hut, 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 hut,
Okay.
hut, 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 hut.
I hear you. Let's see what their movements are. Because did I put their movement on here?
30
3,
meters?
3, 6, 9, 18. Did you account for this area reducing their
I
movement
did
capability?
not. Let me see.
It reduced
would be
effectively.
s-
If you look on the map, it says over here what the reduction is.
Yeah. I see that. Windblown sand. I don't want centimeters, I want inches. There we go.
12.
Just
Yeah,
curious, with your
okay.
deployment, do you have any experience with windblown sand?
I
Because
did
it
spend time
is
in the desert, yes.
loose dune.
And
windblown
to be
sand.
totally honest, the loose windblown shit that I had to hump through was more in Kuwait than it was in Iraq.
I think they should be able to make that still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just to
It's
be
a,
on the
yeah, it's a
more
little on
generous
the.
side. We'll
I just
put
wanted
them
to make
over
sure you
here
took that into
instead.
account before you reposition them up there, just to.
So this was a charge action for them, or a run, or
It
just
was a
pull them up?
run.
Okay,
Okay.
run or sprint, because I got to use the right term. So give me a second, because I know one of
Well,
them
there's
gives them like a -20.
It's a run.
Yes,
Run-
yeah,
run-
run is
run-
the run is a
They're not-
-20 to be shot at.
Yeah, and they're not actually doing any shooting because they're just making their full.
Correct.
Actually, no. At a run, they're definitely able to get up right there in the middle.
So I'm gonna
So
put.
that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna put this little guy with him. Once you place
Okay.
them. This is just a
There they
marker indicating that they have the if
Quickmen
they're being
deploy our
shot at, they
caltrop.
get the -20 penalty.
Yeah. Hut,
Okay.
hut, 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 hut.
Okay. So that's them, and then we now have Orc Squad. One of these guys, Orc Squad 1.
Orc squad.
I didn't designate, so I'm just gonna go. This is 1, and this is 2. So these guys are now going to or do something. 26918. That doesn't sound right. Should be 369, right?
While I was waiting on my turn, I'm just saying this to say it. While I was
Mhm.
waiting on my turn, I spent some of my skill points that I forgot to spend before. Something's not adding up, so I'm not gonna add any more, and I'm gonna go do all the math between the sessions and make sure to see what's going wrong. I would like to make my turn after these orcs finish, Omar.
Mm-hmm. I figured as much. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I meant to copy and paste that. Alright. That squad has moved. And they will receive a +20, or excuse me, -20 penalty to anybody shooting at them because they have gone their full movement. And for the record, I'm kind of using the tabletop rules where this guy's movement range was determined, and then everybody else just kind of moved with him. If that makes any sense. And I know if you mouse over it says 26918 for movement, but that's not correct. It should be 369. Unless there's a reason why orcs are slightly slower in a very limited case. Anyway, who's next? Looks like Jace is next.
I'm next because I just.
Oh,
announced
yep.
that I
No,
was-
you're right. I'm sorry.
My apologies.
Yep, that's my apologies. Actually,
No, I'm being hard to get along with here.
no,
So
you did declare, and I.
I do declare.
Yeah.
So, let me put back where I was. I need to measure. I was trying to measure the 3 movement forward.
If I'm not mistaken, you can grab your item and then hold down tab, and it will move with the measurement going with it.
Okay. Well, I wasn't used to that. So
No, I just happened to remember that was a thing.
So someone else is holding their item or their character above mine. So
Oh, okay.
hold tab after picking it up or before?
After picking it up.
That did not work.
So pick it up, keep holding it down, and then hold down. There you go. You got it.
Okay.
I apologize because I forgot that was a thing. All right, and that is not more than double the range, so it's just a +0. Well, -20.
Right. But I'm also firing I'm firing the weapon at semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic is a full action.
That's right, and a free action can be a full action.
Can it?
No, it can't.
Yes, it.
Hold on.
I can fire the weapon
I-
as a free action.
Yes.
He's
you can
using his weird shoulder item, which is
try-
technically
I'm
automated and fires automatically. So.
I'm aware. Free action takes only a moment and requires no real effort by the character. I don't believe that includes the full auto option.
Nothing says it doesn't.
You know, I don't want to
I
sound
have a-
argumentative, but it also doesn't say you can.
Why would it say that you can't if it's not?
You know
It's like
what?
the
For shits,
Constitution,
you know
if it's
what?
not restricted.
For the rule of cool, why not? Your little shoulder-mounted whatever does the little superstar
It's not-
track and starts blasting.
It's not like I can fire it fully. I can only do semi-automatic.
Yeah. No, that's
It's just a
fine.
burst.
I will allow it just for the rule of cool.
Also, there are some weapons that can't fire single shot,
Yeah.
and so not being able to use those weapons in the mount that doesn't specify you can't use those weapons, it's a little jank.
Yeah,
let
so I
me-
think as long as the weapon is allowed to fire in single shot, I will allow a semi-auto burst as a free action. It sounds a little ridiculous and a bit over, but I'm just picturing this thing like in Iron Man on a shoulder-mounted pistol, just spinning around and just blah 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 blah.
It's the Predator shoulder mount.
Yeah, well, listen, whatever image you want to go with.
I like Predator.
Semi-auto is going to give you, I believe, a +10. Let me look that up and double check. Semi. Are you semi-automatic? Why are you not in this list? Oh, semi-auto burst. +10 bonus. And
so only -10 to the roll.
yep, and then extra hit score. Let's see. If you succeed, the attack scores a hit normally. Further, every 2 degrees of success scores an additional hit up to your number, whatever your firing rate number is for the semi-auto column.
So roll the percentage roller, as they call yes.
Yes, -10.
Okay.
Unless your ballistic score is a 75, I think that's a miss.
It's not. I'm debating about a reroll.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, this early. No, I'll
Yeah, you might want to hold on to that fate point.
Yep. Is so as I
Not
recall,
me. Sorry.
crouching or dropping prone is not an action, or crouching down is not an action. Yeah.
To crouch behind the wall, no.
Okay. Well, I'm not behind the wall, but if I
Yeah,
crouch, I should be visually obscured by 2 rows. Is what.
Yeah,
I'm
I think just like instead of standing out in the open, a crouch can be considered a free action.
Okay. So I'm
Ducking behind a wall while still standing, like if you had been next to that wall and running up to it and then shooting, there might be a slightly different answer, but okay. Now it is Jace's turn. Jace, please.
All that for nothing. Sorry, guys.
Well, that's part of the reason why I went with the run as fast as I can across the open so I can charge down the backside there.
Well, orcs would do that anyway.
Yes. Orcs love physical combat.
Orcs, 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 orcs.
It's a good thing I have a power sword. On the other hand.
Okay, so doing a full move, what does that leave me with?
You went with the second number or the third number?
Second.
Okay. That's a full action. And so basically the only thing you can do at this point is a free action.
Is crouching down behind the wall
Yeah.
a free action?
Yeah. If you're running up against that wall, it's assumed you're going to crouch behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that all you're doing though?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, unless I have more that I can do.
No, not with a full action run. Icarus.
Hmm.
Oh, no, never mind. Disregard that. Go ahead, Icarus.
Icarus, you have a hell gun, don't you?
Yeah, but rocks.
I mean,
And
there's a group in the
okay.
open with a -20 that you might be able to pick off. I'm just throwing it out there.
These rows don't count as cover
No.
for them, even though they're
No, they're in the
Okay.
open. It'd be one thing if they were next to the rocks.
Aiming
Use
is a half
rocks
action,
in.
right?
Or at least closer, like if they were flipped.
Yeah.
Aiming is a half action, right?
Let me double check because I think there's like 2 versions of aiming. One is a half action aim for like a +5 something, and then the other one is a full action for a double. So let me see. It is a half or full. Half action is a +10, full is a +20, but that's all you're doing for that round. So in place, you can aim for a half action and then shoot, and that would be your round.
Okay.
You just wouldn't
I
move
will
from where
do
you are.
that to I forget how you is it control?
Tab. Or yeah, press the tab button. Sorry. Press and hold if you're measuring.
Yes.
Sorry.
That can't be right.
Hellgun
Hold
or
on. It's
40?
doing grid. Yeah, grid. Okay. Okay, he's well within. I think he's actually within half.
Can I,
Because the Hellgun's 110.
Alterios, would you like the +10 to your shooting?
Sure.
Okay. What did you say the range was on your Hellgun? 110?
Yeah.
And you're coming up with less than 55?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a +10 for range. +10 from the boss, and that will cancel out the -20 penalty. So you'll be rolling with no modifier at this as of right in this second. I don't know if you have any other modifiers you can apply.
The aim would be +10.
That's
right?
it. Well, it's the aim and the no. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, your net is +10. I apologize.
Are you doing semi-automatic? Because as I recall, the Hellgun has.
Yeah.
Or are you just doing a single shot?
Single shot aimed because he's doing a half action aim.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
And what is your ballistic skill base? So I know if you can...
Skill base is 46.
Okay, so 56 or less, and you slap an orc. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Did
That
I
is-
say slap an orc? Well, then let's slap an orc.
That is a hell of a hit. All right, so 8 is
many degrees
that's
is
going
Chris?
to be that's a headshot for one. So that is he has no armor on the head. So go ahead and roll your damage. What is your pen?
1d10 plus 4, and pen is 7.
Well, pen doesn't do anything for toughness. Am I
Yeah,
right?
because he's not wearing armor in that spot
Yeah,
anyway.
so pen actually doesn't matter any. So yeah, it'll be your damage minus 8 is what he eats. So, oof.
Oh, what?
That seems like a number to re-roll to me.
You can absolutely use a
Can
fate
I-
point to re-roll that number.
All right, yeah, I will.
I mean, you got a headshot that basically all you have to do is penetrate his toughness, and you're gonna fuck him up.
All right, all right. I'll spend a fate point to reroll that because
Okay.
yeah. What should be 1 again?
That would be hilarious. So 5 plus what?
5 plus 4, 9.
So 9. So 1 point of damage. All right.
Oi! Hey, burnt off my squig!
Yeah. I think that's like narratively. I don't think you actually hit him. You hit his little toupee thing.
I thought pin could pin toughness.
I
I
believe
don't
it's
No,
just armor.
pen does not pen
I
toughness.
don't think so, because toughness is a
Just
measure of your
armor.
own, like how easily you can take a hit. Let's see who's up next.
I am very sure that pen does not pen toughness.
Okay.
Jeff the Chef. Did we make a final answer on who's playing Jeff the Chef? I think we did. I think I said
I
you
think
go
you
ahead.
said Rev could do it.
Yeah. If you mouse over him, you'll see what he's got. All his stats are there.
Now you tell me, not while I've been sitting there doing nothing.
Got a pretty good move for a big guy. I really just want to see him smack somebody with an ogre and frying pan. Oi, get over here! Bam!
Blang.
Close enough. You can go ahead and drop him right next to the rocks, and we'll call him protected by the rocks. I feel like because he's an ogre and his head sticks out a little bit more than everybody else's for obvious reasons, but he'll still get the full. He'll still get the full benefit.
Yeah. He's an ogre. And he doesn't need to protect his head.
He's not missing anything if it takes damage.
Yeah.
All right. I assume that's everything for the Ogren.
Well, that was Yeah, that was a full move.
Yeah. All right, winner is up. You'll have to refer to her character sheet for her stuff because I don't have her stats inputted.
I don't have her character sheet either. That's why I said
It's in the Discord.
It's in the Discord and
Yeah.
on his shared drive.
okay.
Maybe
a little
I
prep
did
time
put
on
it.
that would have been nice.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it all the way through. I
He mentioned
apologize.
it earlier.
Yeah,
I
I
did mention-
definitely was like, yeah, I fucked that one up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop it in the Discord for you.
I know.
If you
I
want,
thought
I
you-
can play her
I thought-
this round. And
I also thought you said it's. I'm looking at the character sheet now. I also thought you said it was in the Discord for next time. I misunderstood.
Oh.
Let's see. So full move on her is 6. Run is 18. So I think she would just run to cover.
okay, is she getting the
Now
minus
what's-
20 thing?
Yes. Now
Okay.
here's something that I'm still confused about. Why would I ever choose full move if I could run?
Because you don't get the minus 20.
Yeah, the full run is the third number.
Right. But why would I ever pick full move then? What's if I don't get to do any other actions, why would I ever pick full move?
Because running induces a negative 20 to hit on you, meaning they hit you easy if you start running in a straight line.
No, that you've
Isn't that
actually,
it?
no. If
You're
you
backwards.
do the full run, you have anybody shooting at you has a minus 20, but anybody meleeing you has a plus 20.
Oh.
Yes.
And so that
Close-
might be the difference
close line.
why you wouldn't do the full run and do the full do a run versus a full move, or the actual distance you need to move for whatever reason. That's my interpretation.
Yeah.
Who's up next? Oh, the other orc boys. They are. What are they gonna do? Oh, that's almost perfect. And last one up is the first squad of ship troops. I-
Yep.
I believe that's Jace's group.
Jace.
Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 18. So 3, 6, 18.
So here's another one, Omar.
Mhm.
Since we're treating these squads as an individual unit for movement, if I encourage them to open fire on a target, would they all get a +10 bonus?
I think that might be overkill for the intent of that +10 bonus.
It would be, except they're horrible at shooting still for some reason. Or they were last time.
Their ballistic skill is 35, so not
Yes.
great.
A 1 in 3 chance to hit. It's good in baseball.
It is good in baseball.
It is not up to Reinhardt's standards. He's going to be taking them to the range later.
I wish there was an easy way to.
You keep missing. Goodbye.
Why is
I
it
don't-
not letting me copy?
I was going to say, as somebody who had
Oh,
an 800,
you might have to be promoted to do copy paste.
as somebody who
Okay,
had an
could you
800 batting
promote me?
average in Little League, 1 in 3 stinks.
I got your little icon over there for you.
Okay.
Was it T-ball?
I said Little
Okay.
League.
Reinhardt, we're back up to you. This is now round.
You have
You.
seen average statistics for like MLB, right?
Yes.
Focus, guys. Focus.
All right.
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt
And
is
yes,
going
Hodgson,
to be
it is a bit of a cluster. Sorry, go ahead.
shooting an orc.
Okay, the one that is
One of the ones that's out in the open. Let's go with
There's
This
one that,
guy.
I was gonna say, yeah. There's one that's already taken a couple of hits, and well, more accurately, his squig has been blasted off at the top of his dome.
Yes. So this time, it is the semi-auto on the Hellgun,
Which means multiple orcs could take hits.
and still single fire on the solo bolt gun.
Okay.
So rolling.
That does
That
not
is
look
still
like
a
good
hit,
enough.
but I do not get any
I was
bonuses.
gonna say, you could re-roll that if you like. I mean, I don't know how
Nah.
many fate points you have, but
I have fate points, but I'm saving them for other things.
yeah.
So let's start with the bolt gun,
All right,
which
so
is going to not do.
76 is going to be hit location right leg. The right leg
Oh,
has
come
2,
on.
so that's minus 10.
So that's
I
8
thought it was
pen 4.
reversed.
That ain't going to be shit.
Oh, you know what? You're
Now
right.
for
It
the
is
Hellgun.
reversed. 67, which is body.
Oh, is that worse for us?
Because now, yeah, it is. Because now I have more armor to work with.
Damn it.
So 8 pen 4 and 9 pen 7. Not the
4 and
highest damage.
4 and 7 is your pen.
Yes.
Okay, so
8
1
damage pen 4
Okay, that one gets eaten. Or,
and
I should
9
say eaten,
damage
but
pen
no.
7.
Yeah, the 8 damage is no effect, and then you said 9 damage, 7 pen.
Yes.
So that goes through. Well, that cancels out the armor. So he takes 1 point of damage.
Okay. Yeah, Orkies are tough.
Yes, they are. That's why there wasn't exactly so many of them, so to speak.
Yes.
Once your guardsmen are in position and can start contributing damage, it's gonna help.
Come
Also,
on, man. Our
their
guardsmen have
armor
never
should be
contributed.
relatively low because they're orcs. I
Say that
mean,
one more
what
time?
armor? Said their armor should probably be relatively low because they're orcs.
Well, their armor is 5, 4, and 2.
Yeah.
And then total toughness bonus because they basically get double the toughness bonus, which is
Yes,
8.
they have redonkulous toughness.
Yeah, yeah. That's all of it because you did a full action there, and that means it is now Brogadil's turn.
I'm just anyway.
What did we confuse you on, Rev?
Well, unless I misread something, the orcs who have just pieces of random bits strapped to them somehow have less armor than our troopers. But anyway,
Yes. They should have
Ooh,
less
you know
armor
what?
than our troopers.
more armor. I mean,
More armor is bad.
Yeah, he's saying
yeah.
the orcs have more armor than your guys', which actually body 6, heads and arms, body, head 4. Wow. Okay. Clearly, I had the stats written wrong slightly. It should be arms, head, legs for body 6 for your troopers. If you mouse over, you see where I have body in there twice. So the armor is comparable, if not necessarily slightly better.
well, we still need to get better armor for our troops. Anyway,
Yeah, I would not argue that statement whatsoever. And not just because maybe it's not as good as it should be for fighting orcs, but just generically, like, yeah, if I can get better armor for my ship's troops, duh.
yes, that's
Period. There is no other qualifier needed. Anyway, what is Brogadillo doing?
I'm first. I'm checking to make sure that. Oh, you don't have the armor listed for my characters. Like, I want to make sure the armor for my character is listed properly.
I don't have any of the
but-
character stats.
I know.
Well, I don't
Um,
have it inputted, I should say.
So just to make sure I've still got the movement and combat system right down. If I take a half move,
Mm-hmm.
I can do a half move, a single shot with my plasma pistol,
Mm-hmm.
and another burst with my free action.
Correct.
Correct? Okay, that's what I thought. So another. That is sorry. I thought I was holding tab. For some reason, it did not.
No, you were probably holding caps lock.
Oh, and now it has switched to the measuring entirely. Okay.
F1.
Alt F4.
You guys
Yeah,
don't.
that-
He's gonna do it. You know he will.
Just for the lulz, I might. I can just hold tab. I don't even need to click and drag.
Right.
So I still don't get any bonuses.
Yeah, because you have to be under half your range to get that plus 10.
Yep. So minus 20 for the pistol.
Correct. Well, minus 20 for both because they ran and they haven't moved yet. It hasn't
No,
been
because
their
I've got the semi-automatic, so it's only minus 10 on the.
Yeah. Their modifier applied to you is the minus 20, and anything else you have obviously works against that.
Right, but I don't think because I'm not aiming or anything
Mhm.
else. I'm rolling at a minus 10 for the single shot from the plasma pistol.
Correct.
I don't know about you, but I just heard I'm not aiming.
I meant I'm not taking an aim action.
Yeah.
I'm shooting at the sky, and I hope to hit an orc. 59, I believe that's a miss.
It would not be if not for the negative 10. That would be a exact hit. But anyway, so plasma shot goes wide.
Okay. And this one, what's the modifier on this one?
That one was it was the bolt pistol at a minus
Minus 20. And then
minus 10.
Minus 10. Okay. So
So
that
it
one's
still
also a
misses.
miss. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. Unfortunate. Squad 2 of the ship's troops, which I believe are these guys right here.
Squad 2. That's me.
Just put this
All right.
off to the side in case
They are in position now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have them set up a suppressing fire overwatch condition over the once they get into the
Into the
once
loose
they get
sand
into
there.
the sand, into the loose sand.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to pin them in the loose sand.
Okay.
With suppressing fire once they get there.
Okay. So their turn is now complete.
Correct.
And then now it is Orc Squad 1, which is these guys here.
Behold my tacticality.
And they are going to continue with their original plan, which was...
If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were taking the long way round.
Orcs
Yes.
don't flank.
It's unfortunate that these are the sneaky orcs. We didn't notice they were painted purple because they were sneaky about it.
I was also just going to make a purple. You know what? I take that back. Their intelligence is pretty low, so let's redo that just to be a little bit more orcish.
Orcs.
They will. That's close enough. They will instead. Ooh, right there. Does that trigger your conditions? I believe you said specifically into the
sand.
loose sand, so they haven't quite made it there
Yes.
yet. And they also, that was 9 that they moved, which means, yep, that modifier dice still stays there. Okay. That takes us to, I believe, yep, Jace.
Okay. Well, they should be well within my range now. Yep.
They
so
should indeed be.
minus 20 for their running.
Jace, remind me over the table, what's your ballistic skill?
45.
I need to get everybody's character sheet so I don't have to keep interrupting.
It's 45. Why?
Because I'm considering about giving you a plus 10.
Ah.
At which point Jace is like, please.
But I'm also debating you're using the hell pistol or the you had a hand cannon at one point.
Yes.
Yes, you're using both, or
I have both in hand. I can use either one.
okay.
Do either of them have a semi or full auto burst option?
The
I don't
hell gun.
recall off the top of my head.
The hell pistol does.
Because if you do that, that plus Jesus Christ, short term memory's failing me again. Or not short term, just memory.
Well,
If
then
Semi-auto
I remember
burst.
correctly, the
say-
Hell Pistol has terrible range.
Yeah, the semi-auto gives you a plus 10. The full auto gives you the plus 20.
I didn't remember
Yes.
the whole pistol had a full auto.
Well, I don't think it does.
Semi-auto.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Semi-auto.
But the semi-auto will
it's
give you a
only
plus
got
10,
semi.
which will drop your net modifier to a minus 10.
It
And
also
then,
only
look.
has a 35 meter range.
And they are I think, just at 30 meters.
There you go.
Okay, so I'll be using the hell pistol with the burst fire.
Mm-hmm. Is
Um,
Brigadier giving him the
And
plus
the
10?
the hell pistol has a 35 meter range.
Yes, that is what I said.
Okay. I thought you said 30 for some reason.
I
No.
said 30 because that was the range I saw between you and them.
I call out to Jace. I say, aim for the one on the end. He's wounded.
Okay, I am aiming for the one on the end because he's wounded.
I need
And
something
receiving
narrative.
special goodies.
All right.
Yes.
That puts for this shot, you have plus
At
10
0.
for semi, plus 10 from the Lord Captain, and minus 20 from their running. That is 0 net. You theoretically can spend a fate point to give you, I believe, an additional plus 10.
Yeah.
But that's entirely up to you.
Did anybody buy grenades?
I've got grenades.
We
I have a couple types of nades.
got booms and we got booms and we got boom booms.
Actually, I've got the Tanglefoot grenades.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah.
Tell me
I
frag
am
grenade.
not going to use a fate point.
Okay.
Omar, tell me frag grenades would be standard equipment for Imperial Guard.
Maybe Imperial Guard, but these are not Imperial Guardsmen.
If we didn't buy it for them, they probably don't have it.
Fair enough.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, we didn't buy las guns for them either, but they have those.
Well, they have to
Well,
have
when
something.
they were asking to have weapons selected, I believe they originally said they had auto pistols, and I was like, I would encourage them to get las guns.
I think I vaguely recall something like that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think we did, in
Ooh.
fact.
Wow.
All right.
I
What was your base, or what was your target number, with all the modifiers? applied?
45.
So that's 4 degrees of success. So you get 3 total hits. You have the option to put all 3 of them on this guy, or break them up between. Let me see. Unfortunately, the next closest. So basically, breaking them up between this guy and this guy.
Well, I'm just going to unload straight into the one on the end.
All right. 3 shots. 3 individual damage rolls, please.
Okay.
As that orc eats incredibly hot, not really lead.
Spicy light.
What's the penetration on that weapon?
7.
7. Ooh, that's right. It's the hell pistol. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Ironically, I was reading from somewhere that those lasers are actually a type of plasma, but they're not the same type of plasma that's being fired from the plasma pistols.
It's like, actually, yeah, I think like the hell guns are like super souped up las rifles or some shit.
Right, but even las rifles are technically shooting a form of plasma, apparently.
So
what was
we've
the
got
damage
a
on
5.
Sorry, go ahead.
We've got a 5, a 10, and an 11.
5, a 10, and 11. And pen 7, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
He did.
You rolled a 7, so that becomes a 70. That's body. They have body armor is 5. Okay. Run the damage numbers by me one more time. Sorry. I'm sorry. The first damage number. Give me the first one.
5.
Okay. That one is absorbed. Give me the second damage number.
It is.
Yeah, because he's got armor 5 and then toughness 8.
And I've got penetration 7.
Yeah, and
So
then the
his
5
armor
eaten
is
by the
gone.
toughness.
Yeah, but the toughness
Okay.
still eats it. Second hit is
Okay.
also in the body, so that would be 5 armor negated by the pen. And the second damage number is what?
10.
So that will be 2 points of damage applied.
Hooray! Damage.
And then the third one will be 3 points damage applied.
Well, hold on, because that's going to be slightly different. This third hits the arm. What was the total damage on that third shot? 10. Sorry. There's a 7.
As
there.
Reinhardt would say, elf.
11.
11.
11. Yeah.
11 on the arm. Damn, that's going to be 3 more points of damage. Okay. He got fucked up. He took like half
I'm
his...
constantly reminded how scary Space Marine scale weapons are.
Yeah, because right now your guys' armor, your weapons are useless compared to them.
I was gonna say,
This orc should have been
I was-
dead on the first shot, let alone 15 shots later. Okay, that was Jace. Icarus.
How much damage do you take to the arm, and why was that different?
It wasn't different. The pen negated his armor altogether. It was I wouldn't say it was 7 points of damage. No, I'm sorry. Maybe I did fuck that up. What was the total damage on that third shot? I'm sorry.
Well, he already had 2.
Yeah, he was down to 10.
And then I did another 5.
Well, by the time we got to the third hit, he was down to 10. And the third amount of damage was 7, correct?
11.
No, the third amount
It
was 11.
Oh, yeah, that is right, because it's 11 minus the 8 toughness is 3. So it is 7 hit wounds remaining. I got it right. Okay.
Oh, 7 remaining.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Icarus, you're up. I love how you guys put the troopers in front of you, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. If anyone's getting to melee, it's not gonna be me. I think I will go ahead and make a semi-auto burst at the guy on the end. I'll just keep pouring fire onto that guy.
Okay. That is a net minus 10, unless you got something else going on. You're gonna do a half action aim? No, you can't if you're doing semi.
I
Sorry.
Nah, I'll leave that minus. That'll bring it down to 36. Does the burst bring it up any?
The semi-auto gives you a plus 10,
Plus 10.
so it negates half of that minus 20 from them running up.
Oh, they ran.
As indicated by the blue D4 sitting with them.
Okay.
Not trying to be funny, not trying
No,
to be
no,
smart
no,
ass
no,
or
no,
anything.
no. I don't. I wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
I'll spend a fate point to negate that minus 10,
So yeah, it'll be just your ballistic skill plus 0.
and we'll see how it goes. Nope. 6 short.
You're over by 6? Yeah,
No,
you said 46 or something like that, right?
46.
Yeah. Okay. That takes it to Jeff, the chef. I believe Rev was running him.
Right. Now, can he, as large as he is, can he vault over the rocks, or would he need to go around them? And what sort of, would that
That's
take up his action?
It's a
Would
good
he
question,
be able
because
to
you know what?
fire?
Let's consider vaulting that rock a half action, and that applies to everybody.
Okay. So, if he took a half action and fired, he would just be on the other side of the rock wall and kind of out in the open.
Correct.
Okay. His naval shotgun. It's single shot only. It looks like.
Yeah. No. It's single shot and a 3-round semi.
Oh, my bad. If he's shooting at them, does he risk friendly fire? From his
I'm
friend?
not going to stress friendly fire unless you guys are shooting at targets that are in melee range. Or
Well,
if one of your friendlies was in melee range with the range target, then it would be a different story.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. I'm sure we can easily argue that, like, oh yeah, hey, get down, I'm shooting my big fat shotgun right now.
for some reason, it switched over to centimeters. I was like, that's not right. Shucks. Well, he is going to unload his 3-round burst of his naval cannon
Mhm.
into the wounded orc.
Okay. So that is going to be a -10, so a 28 or lower will hit.
I might be giving Jeff the Chef the +10 next round, guys.
Okay.
He has a 38 ballistic skill. Which would have hit if it
Hey!
weren't for all the modifiers.
Is it too late to apply a +10? I know it is, but
If you spend a fate point, I will ignore the improper procedure.
so to clarify, would I have to spend 2 fate points here?
No, if you give up the 1 fate point, that changes that 35 to a 25.
How many
Because-
fate points does Jeff the Chef have?
I never gave him fate points. Let me see what he says on the mouse over.
Or do I have to give him one of mine?
Because I don't have an actual character sheet on him, I didn't give him fate points. So actually, hold on. Let me double check.
He's a side character. He doesn't need any.
I might have given him a character sheet just for shits and giggles. So give me a second. Let me see. Not in there. There. Oh, that's my books. No, I apparently did not give him a character sheet, so that means he is not fated. Oops. Which means
He is
you will have to
fated
spend
make
one of yours.
awesome pineapple upside down grenade cakes.
What's that?
He is fated to make awesome pineapple upside down grenade cakes.
Yeah. So if you want to, you can give up one of your fate points to change that 35 to a 25, which will be a successful hit with 0 degrees of success. Or spend 2 fate points to re-roll it. But that would be pointless. I guess actually just spend a fate point to either be a hit or just a re-roll. But that would be.
I'm just gonna make it a normal hit.
Yeah.
With three chances to actually do something.
Yeah.
So you need some D10s from me.
Let's see what that shotgun does. 2d10 plus 4. 0 pen. So you rolled a 52, which is body.
Okay, 2d10. You said yes.
Yeah, 2d10. What did I say? 2d10 plus 4.
Right.
In the body. This is going in the body. 22 damage. Holy shit. Okay.
Woo!
All right. 22 damage. With 0 pen in the body. 22 minus 5 is 17. Minus 8 is 9. Assuming you're hitting the same target that's been getting hit.
Yes.
He's dead.
Yay! We killed a single orc.
Now, because it was a burst, I can aim for the one next to him with the next 2, correct?
Well, the problem is you only had a 25 against a 28, which was 0 degrees of success, which means only 1 shot hits.
What?
So the way the bracket fire, whatever the hell it is, where it says S/3/dash, what that means is you could fire semi-automatic on a semi-automatic attack. You get additional hits for every 2 degrees of success, up to, in this case, a total of 3.
Ah, I see.
So unfortunately, he just didn't roll well enough to get multiple hits, and the cap
But he
would have been
did
3.
roll well enough to put down the one guy.
Yep.
Right. So I'll settle for that. I'm not gonna.
And then if you
complain.
mouse over him, you'll see that it says he's dead because I can't quite lay him on his side.
Well, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
um,
I feel like you're about to do something to the dead orc.
I was going to move him off the table,
Yeah, we could do that. That's fair.
but for some reason, when I tried to click on him and move him, I simply drew a square around
They're
him.
not interactable with us because they're owned by
Me, me, me,
the
me,
GM.
me, me, me.
Is that what
Come
it
on.
is?
I think
Yeah.
so, because we can't interact
I
with them
could,
at all.
yeah, I couldn't interact with it.
Huh. That's weird.
I mean, it's probably for the best because otherwise I
It probably
definitely would
is,
be
but
knocking
that
them
was
over.
not the intent. Oh, it does have a little GM thing at the bottom. Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind. That's notes. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. That was Jeff the Chef. We are now up to Winter. And I'm going to go AFK for literally just a few seconds. Right back.
I cast
GM's gone.
Brain
Remove the other
Blast.
pack of orcs.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
We were
Nothing.
trying to.
While you were gone, we destroyed the other pack of orcs.
No, they're
with
still
our
there.
minds is.
They're still there. All right, Winter loses her -20 modifier. And what is Winter doing?
One sec.
I forgot how long combat can take. We've
It
only
can take
barely
quite
made
a
it.
while.
Yeah.
I'm looking at her character sheet, and I'm not. I'm also trying to quickly scan the thing. I've been doing it ever since.
She does
also-
have the force staff, which counts as redonkulous, but I'm pretty sure she has to be in melee for that, and getting into melee with an orcs is...
Well, no. She has the. I thought she went with the sword.
Oh,
Well,
well,
she does have a
that's still
monosword.
something that
There
you'd
is a
have to-
monosword on here. But she also has this las pistol, but I believe las pistols are next to useless in...
I thought she got herself a
She
force
does have
weapon.
a force weapon.
Yeah, she
I
got a
know
force
she
sword.
has a force
Yeah,
weapon.
the force sword is on there. None of the stats are. That's easy to fix.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the Psyker stuff, but I don't think she has a whole lot in the combat side of Psyker stuff. At least not yet. Ballistic skill 37. Damn.
So I was talking to Rodance about what psyker powers did you have again, but I haven't gotten a firm answer.
That's fine. They're on her sheet, but
Not really.
they are. It's astral telepathy, mind's eye, mind's link, inspire,
Yes.
and delude.
Again,
Again, as far as combative, they're not terribly.
Is that under talents and traits? Because
It's on the first side,
It
in the
should be under
middle, at the bottom,
powers.
where it says psychic techniques.
Psychic
okay,
disciplines
I
and
see 'em
psychic
now, overlooking.
techniques. Yes.
Okay.
I cast Brain Explosion.
Yeah, unfortunately, Winter is not that skilled yet.
Well, I guess of the
Says
actions
who?
listed here,
you could always try and purposely fail your willpower save and just cast I Summon Demon.
Yay, there is that.
Does anybody have delude up in the rule book? Because I know kind of what Inspire does, because she did that before, and I kind of remember. But delude.
It's the Psyker stuff.
Psychic
You are a
powers.
sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Psychic techniques 150. Alright.
Oh my god.
Delude.
You said 154, so that's 153 in the PDF.
Sure. PDF page 166 for Delude. One of the simpler telepathic tricks, Delude allows the Psyker to subtly mask his intentions and manipulate others into reacting favorably to him for a short time. This is basically an underpowered charm. The Psyker makes an opposed willpower test against the target. If the Psyker succeeds, the target will find the Psyker to be a person deserving of respect and react positively. Plus 30 bonus to interaction skill tests against the target. You also have Inspire, or is it Inspire? Is that the name of it?
Right. Inspire was the one that I knew she'd done. I was just curious. I don't think it says it cannot force others to act against their better judgment. So
Yeah.
I can't like be like, hey, you should stand. You shouldn't go any further forward.
Any action deemed suicidal forces an opposed willpower tests. Oh wait, no. Is that no? That's dominate. Never mind.
Yeah. Inspire might be a better option because that's a +10 bonus to willpower rolls to resist fear. And if these orcs get close enough, there might be some fear.
Yeah. So is everybody in? I know there's only a certain number of things I can inspire, but I was looking for that one as well because I saw
A number of targets equal to the Psyker's psi rating, including the Psyker themselves. May even better. May immediately overcome the effects of pinning. This hasn't come up yet, but that's a good thing to put in your pocket.
This is basically the rally squad thing.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what it is. It's like, hey, they're only bullets. You're fine.
there was something that she did to help us resist pinning.
That was it. Inspire.
Yeah, it's this.
That was Inspire.
Yes.
Okay. So is there any reason why I couldn't cast Inspire to help the soldiers up front resist pinning?
You can.
Essentially,
There
they
are a couple limitations you want to think about. The range is 2 meters per psi rating, and that psi rating is the number of people that can be affected, including
Right.
the psyker themselves.
Well-
And her psi rating is. I gotta figure out, or I gotta remember where it would be on here. I am blanking. Why am I blanking? Oh, it should be. Oh, it would be. She must have psi rating of. Oh, it would be feats. Psi rating 3.
6 people within 6 meters.
Yep. Including one of them being herself. And then
Okay.
to do it,
So why don't we inspire the squad closest to the orcs that should be within 6 meters?
give me I'm looking up the proper process of this. I believe it's like a willpower to start it, and then give me a second.
Sorry, I would have looked more into this character and the abilities.
Yeah, no worries, and I don't mind refreshing my memory because I had it at one time and I don't remember the exact process now. Let's see, 6 may push. 3 does 9. However, I don't want to do that. Any use
I
of
found it.
any use of a psychic technique starts with the focus power action. This is on page 219. Why is it so far away from where I am now? Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine if you had a physical book, how much you'd be flipping back and
I
forth?
have a physical book, which is this is amazing. I go to page 219. It's in the Starship section.
Oh, it's a different edition. Oh no.
Well, a lifetime of sword drills have prepared me for quickly flipping through physical books.
Okay, so let's see. Has a willpower 45, psi rating of 5. Using a psychic power uses it. Okay. Let's keep this simple. You're gonna go. Okay. You have the choice to go fettered or unfettered. Effectively, what that means is, are you going to be restrained, or are you going to let the warp roll through you when you activate this power?
I don't see
fettered.
I don't see any reason on Earth to unfettered inspire.
Okay.
So
if it's fettered, there is no check. The power is activated. I want to double check this note here, though.
And as I recall, it doesn't really do anything until they take damage or suffer any kind of willpower.
Yeah. Give me one moment. Any power using the push cycle. Blah, blah, blah.
Is a moment longer than a minute?
It could be. All right. So
Ein
yeah.
moment.
So, all right. I'm gonna probably fuck this up, but I'm just gonna hand wave. Which squad is getting this modifier?
The one closer to the orcs, the one more likely to have
This one?
stabas in their face.
This one? Or this
I
one?
thought
Because to me, they're about equidistant.
The squad on the left is
Okay.
closer.
All right. I am going to give
Strictly
them
speaking.
So squad 2.
Yeah. Let's give them red die.
Your left or mine?
Oh, stop it. Listen, this is what I'm doing. I'm
Actually,
giving this
that's a
squad
good-
the marker die. If I got it on the wrong squad, put it on the correct squad.
But Omar, I can't interact with it. It's a GM die.
No, it's
It's
not.
on the right squad, Omar. I'm messing with you.
I thought you wanted it on the left squad. No, that's me fucking with you. We're moving on. Orc squad number 2. Let's see.
Now, do I need to move them too?
The orcs?
Yeah. Can I move them?
No. They're
Oh.
my orcs. You can't move them.
Why not?
Just shut the fuck up.
Orcs, 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 orcs.
How come you're moving them one at a time?
Because I can. And some of their movement is going to be a little bit different this time. Just because they're in a weird cluster thing. I knew they... No, never mind.
Orcs are different.
You're different.
Your
uh,
orc's
Mom's
mom is
different.
different.
I was going to say, you talk about my mom, she's dead. So go ahead. Make your comment.
No, I was trying to be a little more clever than that.
Orcs' moms.
Your
don't
orc's mom's
exist 'cause they're
faces, dad's,
fungal
dogs,
spores.
couches, dinner is dumb.
Hey, don't bring the couch into this.
Alright, Orc Squad 2 has moved. And now, Ship's Trooper Squad, the other one. Squad 1.
Yep.
These guys over here.
So 30-meter range. They can hit.
Oh yeah, you can hit out to 60 meters. Or even more. I think the max range is triple the range. It's more than double, it gives you a penalty, and less than half gives you a bonus.
Cry havoc and let loose the flashlights.
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
I'm targeting this one.
Okay, the one in the middle ish.
Yep.
But minus 20, what are you doing? Imagine a semi-auto burst.
Yeah. Freaking.
So minus 10 net so far, unless you got something else to bump that up.
Oh, I gotta go single or full auto.
Is that what it says for the Hellgun?
No, it's not a hell gun. It's an auto pistol with man stopper rounds.
Yes, the auto pistol does not have semi. It's a shot or full auto.
Okay.
They've still got
Hence, auto
got
pistol.
auto pistols. I thought we fixed that.
They
I thought
should
we
have
said
Yeah.
the las rifles, but you know,
Yeah.
whatevs.
Oh, you know
Omar,
what?
what happened to giving them las rifles? Standard issue.
I forgot to update the models. That's my bad.
Okay, so Kent,
Oh.
you want to just give you the las rifle stats off the weapon sheet?
Please.
Okay, so
Actually, give me like just a quick second. Let me grab a note card and I can set it right here. All right.
100 meters.
Las rifle, and that is 100 meters.
So they should be at half, about. I'm hoping.
Easily, because I think
Less
they were like,
than half.
yeah.
Okay. They are a single or 3-round burst. They do not have a full automatic on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming you'd want to fire at the semi-automatic for another plus 10.
I'm making. By the way, Rev, I don't think you can see it, but I've got a note card that I'm putting these stats on. So I've got 100
Okay.
meters, single 3 semi, 0 auto, and then the
Okay,
other
so
one needs
let me
damage.
finish reading. I was mostly talking to
Yeah.
AJ's, but let me finish reading this off then. So
Yeah.
they do, the damage is 1d10 plus 3e, and then it's a reload full, special, reliable, and you don't really need to know the kilograms for this.
I imagine pen 0.
Pin 0, yes, sorry. It was 0 and my mind just
Yep, no
zoomed
worries.
past it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I got all the pertinent stuff. And then reliable is just, I think
Yep,
it
yep.
doesn't give you a penalty for doing or not doing
It doesn't
things.
jam.
Yeah, that's it.
So going burst fire for the +10, less than
Negates-
half the range +10.
Mm-hmm.
That negates their -20.
It does. So it's a flat roll.
And
I think it's
their
35.
ballistic skill
35.
is 35. If I spend a fate point, will
Yes.
it give all of them?
Yeah, I will. I think I said something different earlier, but I think for the case of not being here all goddamn night, giving a fate point. Oh, it was for that special +10 from the Lord Captain. So yeah, fate points or giving the guardsman the +10 bonus applies to all, but you can't give them both, the fate point and the +10. That make sense?
I'm trying to give them a fate point for the +10.
No,
Right.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
saying
I'm
not
never
the fate point plus the Lord Commander.
Yes, so basically you
Oh,
can't get
okay.
the +20 on the same
Don't
squad.
stack a group.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So-
so I'm giving
So we've
them.
ruled that I can give a whole group of +10,
You
or
can, yes.
Okay.
You just can't give them that +10 for your command ability and a fate point for another +10.
Well, given the fact that they have 0 armor pin, I'm not inclined to throw.
That's a fair
Good
point
on
too.
them.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a D10
That's
plus
why I set my
3E.
guys up to do the suppressing fire and pin them.
And what was the burst fire number?
+10?
No, the burst fire number.
Oh, 3.
3.
3. So you can hit up to 3.
Okay.
But that requires you to roll 3
Yeah.
6
successes.
degrees of success.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
what they
6.
said,
Okay.
which I don't think mathematically is possible.
Not at
Nope.
a 35, it's not.
No.
45.
If
45.
Reinhardt was shooting, probably. That is a fail.
No. They missed.
Well, let's do this. That's the first guy. You've got, so I'm gonna push him. He is still covered. There's no issue or whatever, but I'm gonna push him off slightly.
Just set up a D5 beside it, and then rotate it 1 through 5 as they fire, so you know which one we're on.
It'll have to be a 6, but yeah, that works.
You don't, or a D10, I suppose. Anyway,
Yeah.
D6 works.
So 5, and then
What do you mean you don't have a D5, Omar? Come on.
anyway. All right. So four more attempts to shoot. Sorry. Ooh, that's a hit.
Oh, that hits.
Barely, but it's a hit. Go ahead and roll that 1d10 plus 3. 54 is going to be the body, if I'm not mistaken. And you're aiming at this one, correct?
Yes, the one in the middle.
Okay.
An
11?
advantage, sure.
Minus 5 is 6. Yeah, that laser just gets eaten between armor and toughness.
Jeez.
Yeah. Body 5. Let me double check that. Yep, body 5 and 8 toughness. So you gotta roll a shit. You can only those lasers aren't gonna do anything.
With no
Well,
pin.
when you put armor
Yeah.
on orcs,
Yeah,
nothing does damage.
Okay.
basic freebooters should be wearing leather, Omar.
I hear you. These are stats from the book, though. These freebooters.
Yes,
I was
Alright.
gonna say like if
I'm
this is, if
not
this is, if this
arguing
is a
that they're
module,
not
then-
stats from the book. I'm just saying, when you consider what you're throwing against your party, you should probably consider what it is possible for the party to do.
Yeah, well, that's. Let me think about this for a second. Here's what I'd do. Other than obviously the one dude is dead, I'm gonna change their armor rating a little bit. Do 2, 1, 2. All right. So you rolled 8 plus 3 is 11. I literally just changed one of these dudes' stats. Which one was it? This one. Okay.
Primitive armor is AP2. Just for
I do all these knuckleheads too, so bear with me a second here.
and primitive armor is like heavy leathers and furs. So if you want them to be wearing that,
They should have 2 body, 1 head, 2 limbs. Once I get done. That will help at least a little bit.
they have 2 heads.
No, that would be weird.
Yes.
But you know what? It's the warp.
Double-headed orc. They think you better.
So 11, minus 2 for the body. That's 9. So he actually takes 1 point of damage.
Okay. That's
I mean, it's not
Better.
much, but it's good. It's honest work.
Hey, he got damaged.
And you have 3 more shots for that squad.
okay.
The same could be said for when I'm dealing with Omar and the rules mentally. Hey,
It's
he
one
got
damage.
damaged.
That's also that's a hit, and that's going to be 2 hits.
Yep.
So,
The deuces.
are you throwing both hits on the same guy, or do you want to spread it around a little bit?
Both hits on the same guy.
All right, go ahead and roll 2d10 plus 6, and we'll just.
I've got that pad right there that's nobody's at. I've got set up for 2d10. If you want to just roll. Oh, you've changed yours. So.
So that's 13, 19 damage. I'm just going to apply all of it at once, just for simplicity's sake. Damn, what did I just say? 19. So
Okay.
19, 17, 9 damage, and that brings him down to... Alright. And then this changes to a 2. You got 2 shots remaining. By our focused flashlights combined, they might take down a single orc. Not with 100. Holy shit!
Oh,
I think that guardsman's fucking las rifle explodes in his face.
That is
it
that
would
is a
if it was
roll
not
to see.
reliable.
Holy
Yeah, that is-
shit!
What the hell?
You faded and re-rolled and got the same roll?
Oh, that
No, that wasn't a fate.
No.
That,
That was
was
just
the
an
last person.
Oh,
Oh my god.
well then.
Oh my god.
Do we need to roll to see if anything happens to their las guns? It's reliable, so I don't think we do.
It's reliable, which means you do still have to roll a d10, but it only jams on a roll of a 10.
That sounds fair. I can live with that answer.
That's what
I'm
reliable
also
means.
going to apply it
it's best
only-
quality that never
I'm
jams.
going to apply it to either one of those 2. The other one will be counted as just a standard miss, because I don't know what happened there, but rolling 2 100s back to back in a short time frame is unreasonable.
So we're doing what again?
Roll 1d10. On a 10, that one of the guardsmen's rifle jams. And on the next round, that one guardsman has to roll a ballistic skill test. He's fine.
Okay. Now, just a point of note for how I handle things. If I need to make a reroll, I give at least a 5 or a 10 count because I
Mhm.
think something in their RNG is time based.
Yeah. And usually computer RNGs are based. They use the time for the seed, the basically the starting of the computation for random
Yeah.
numbers. So giving a few extra seconds never hurts. That is that. Do you think we can make it through a third round?
I gave it 10 seconds.
It's just.
I think we can get a third round.
Can we get a third
Yeah, I
round
think
in
we can
30
get
minutes?
a third round.
You know what? The
yes.
guy that needs that has the biggest impact is Arturios, I think.
I'll do one more.
Okay, I can live with one more. Reinhardt,
All
please
right.
describe to us how you're going to perforate multiple orcs.
Well, I am going to drop my single shot bolt gun as a free action. It
Yep.
falls on its little sash
Mhm.
and not on the ground.
Of course.
And have quick draw, at which point I am going to quick draw my Clovis pattern plasma gun.
Okay. And that's a
And
free
I
action
am going
draw.
to, because I have quick draw.
Yep.
And I am going to full auto with the plasma gun and
20?
semi-auto with the hell gun and see if I can't perforate something.
For clarity's sake, I'm assuming you're aiming here, but you can aim anywhere.
He's the one who's already been hit a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
He
have
has thick
multiple
blood.
targets around him, so you have
Yeah, I'll
choices.
put him down if I can.
Okay. All right. So for your first, for the full auto, it's a +0 plus whatever other modifiers you have, because their movement modifier is canceled by your full auto.
Correct.
And then for the semi-auto, it's a -10,
Except for that has the motion predictor on
which
it.
is also
so,
cancels that out. So yeah.
yes.
Okay. Do your thing, my friend.
Woocha! Yes, I think I will be taking.
36. What was your target number?
My target number is, and I quote, 89.
That is 5 degrees of success. So that means, what is the cap on
So
your...
that's 2 extra shots on my hell gun. And on my plasma gun, that is the full 5 rounds.
Okay.
So
Let's do the 2 first, because it's an easier number to keep track
well,
of.
it's 2 extra, so it's the full 3.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 shots on my hell gun.
It's 6
at
on the other.
1d10 plus 6.
So okay, 1d10 plus 6, pen what? 7?
7. Yes.
So all of his armor is negated, period.
Correct.
So it doesn't even matter. 63 is body. So that plus...
So that's 10.
So that's 2 points of damage applied. Okay.
That's 11. Oh, wait, no. 7 plus 6, 13.
13 minus... Okay, he is dead.
Excellent. Next guy.
Which one? You got this one or this one or this one?
The guy who's off by his lonesome.
This guy. Got it.
So that's 15 damage.
All right. Armor is negated. He has... Oh, God. I'm sorry. 15?
Yes, 15.
So he loses 7. So 16. Okay. All right. And that's 3 shots. So the hell gun
Yes.
is out.
Now it's time for the 5 shots of the plasma gun.
Is it 5 or 6 total?
5 total.
5 total. Okay.
5 total.
All right.
1d10 plus 7, pen 6.
Okay. Armor negated.
So.
Suddenly the fight got a lot easier.
Ah!
Ooh.
8 damage.
Yep. Just not enough to get through that toughness. 6 plus...
Okay. 6 plus 7 is 13.
13 minus 8 is 5. Okay.
So that's 10 damage.
It's 2.
So 2 damage.
And
more
another
damage.
2 damage because I just did 10. Again.
You drop him as well.
Okay.
And I believe you have 1 shot remaining.
2, 3.
Which will go to this
yes, I
guy.
do. And we'll take the 8 plus 7 at 15.
So just 7 damage.
Yeah, 7 damage.
Yep. I just gotta do the math in my head. 7 damage. Okay. All right. Holy shit.
It's easy when you
Take
roll 8.
that, you green skinned.
You get nope. Where's the German accent? Damn it.
Oh yeah. Scheiße offen grüne Skinne.
So for a moment we got the player's attitude, and then
How
we
do you
got the
say-
character's attitude.
How do you say plasma in German?
Probably
Anybody?
either plasma or some
probably-
multi-word slammed into a single word version
Well, I
of
was
heated
picturing
laser.
Waffen, whatever the or
Yeah. Werfen.
Werfen, thank you.
Das Plasma.
Das Plasma or Das superheated air mixed with laser. Brigadillo, you are up next.
Musto.
1 second, I'm looking up plasma on Google Translate.
It's
I'm-
literally Der Plasma.
Oh,
Der
Der Plasma.
Plasma.
That's important because there
Das
is a
Plasma.
difference between Der and Das.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the
There,
thing.
there is.
Plasma
no,
Waffen!
it's Das Plasma. Never mind.
Das Plasma. Okay, it's gender neutral.
Plasmawaffen!
Brogadillo.
I'm firing my lasers
Uh-huh.
at the one who's already wounded.
Okay.
And get back on the right sheet. It is
Get back inside.
I'm unloading with everything, so that's a 2-round burst from the plasma and a 3-round burst from my free action.
Okay.
So plus 10, so minus 10, because they're still in the.
Yep.
And I don't get any. They're not halfsies yet. So
No, not halfsies. It took about a half a second for me to figure out what you said. They're not at halvesies yet.
are you not chuggy with my lingo?
I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Alterios.
That was the correct response, Alterios.
Even I think it was the correct response.
At any rate, make your attack roll, please.
It's the last roll of the night, so I'll put a plus 10. I don't even know what I've got yet.
Well, that's a 7. You keep that plus 10 on it,
I will.
or keep it in your pocket. What was your target number?
You're not going to let me use it? Okay. I mean, I said it before it landed, so I think it's only fair.
Well,
But anyway,
okay. Well, just to be clear, where's the plus 10 coming from?
the plus 10 was going to the
from
aim.
fate. It was a fate point.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 7. What was the target? The target with the plus 10 modifier?
My ballistic skill is 59, so it's 49. So I still get, but it's got the plus 10 that I just put on there to hit.
So it's still 59 flat.
So
right?
it's 59. Yeah.
So that's 5 degrees of success. So the semi-auto is plus 2 attacks.
It's just 2 attacks, I think.
Sure. Up to the limit. I don't remember off the top of my head what it is.
2 for plasma.
Okay.
My plasma pistol, and 3 for my bolt pistol. Oh no, my bolt pistol's 2 as well. I'm sorry. So I
2
get
attacks
2
for
shots with
each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll start with the plasma.
Okay.
That's 1d10 plus 5. And
Mm.
unfortunately, when I
What's the pen on it?
5. No, sorry, pen 5. Yes.
Okay. Armor's negated completely.
Okay.
So 3, and then plus what?
Plus 5, so 8 total damage.
All right. So that he just eats it.
Okay.
He eats that too.
Okay.
And then your other weapon.
My other weapon is the auto pistol with incendiary rounds, so even if he eats it, he's still on fire?
Okay, we'll resolve the fire bit after.
Okay, I just was reminding you that.
Yeah, because I'll have to look it up. I think there's like an agility test he has to pass, or he's on fire, or something like that.
I believe Alterios pinned it on the forum channel.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah.
So
That's
8
cooking
plus
Why are we
what?
on fire?
Focus.
On the bolt pistol is a plus 5 as well.
So it's 13 minus.
But it's
it's
also.
Go ahead.
It's tearing and explosive, so I don't know.
Tearing,
if
you roll that again and take the better damage.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but that's not on the plasma.
I thought you were hitting with a bolt.
Right. I'm just saying. I was thinking I need to re-roll the 3s, but they're plasma.
Yeah.
Instead. So I doubt I'm going to get higher than 8, but I'll roll it again anyway.
That's,
10.
Okay.
15 damage.
Yeah, 15 damage plus the incendiary.
All right, so 15 minus 8 is 7. And then you have a second hit.
But he is on fire currently, yes? Or
We'll resolve that after, because I
Okay.
think after this one hits, it may not matter.
Okay, so I'm going to switch it up to the 2 and just roll them both at once, because why not? Another 10.
So here's what I'll do. Let's say, so 16 plus, what is 5, right? Or no, 16 plus 10?
No, it's not 16.
Go ahead.
It's 15, because it's the 10 plus. I rolled the 2 die at once. Don't look at the total.
So the 15 is net after the toughness soak?
15 is before the toughness soak.
So 15 minus 8 is 7. So
I've hit it for 2 hits of 7 with the incendiary added on.
well, his dead body is burning. I'll just say that.
Mhm.
And then this guy is...
Now, Explosive does something about possibly injuring enemies near it. I can.
That's if it crits.
Oh, okay.
That does sound more accurate too.
What is a crit? Isn't the 10 a crit?
No, it's damn it, hold on. The brain is not braining. If I'm not mistaken, and somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, critical hits only affect or only take place once the wounds are reduced to 0, and then you start rolling on the critical hits table until the character is dead.
I don't remember.
Is that Reinhardt? I think you got a lot more experience with this system than I do. I feel like that's the right answer. It's
I'm
very
just
similar
double
to
checking
Alien.
it
'Cause
real quick here.
yeah,
I'm gonna look up.
It's very similar to Alien in that regard.
I'm gonna look up the effect of explosive. Real
Please.
Okay. Oftentimes, an especially lucky or well-placed blow will do more than boil off armor or consign some lucky pressman to the void. Shells and beams may tear deep into the blah blah blah. The following critical hit chart for weapons attack roll has met its critical rating. Some critical.
What page are you reading from at the moment? Because I'm looking at
221.
221. Okay.
Yeah. Some critical hits require an attacker to know about components on.
That is ship damage.
Oh.
We need
Hold on.
combat stuff, which I was just looking at. I think. Oh, that's not the right
Explosive
page.
or blast. Many missiles, grenades, and some guns create an explosion when they hit their target. When working out a hit from the blast weapon, anyone within the weapon's blast radius in meters indicated by the number of parentheses is also hit.
That's the blast,
And that
not
is
explosive, right?
It's indicated by an X, which is what my weapon has beside it.
Correct. So can you give me the page number for the explosive trait for the weapon and/or ammo that you're using?
So it's on the weapon, and so it's going to be on the weapons page, which is
right
in the book. 119. So the or are you wanting the description for blast, which is X?
I'm working my way one step at a time. All right, so you have the this is on your bolt gun, correct?
Yes.
All right.
I don't believe bolt guns have blast.
They have
I'm
X. They have
it.
the X damage.
It's
which
an
is
explosive
blast.
damage type. Blast is a actual call out on the weapon.
According,
if you look at the weapons,
the weapon description on the lower page. Okay. Because it has X as the ammo type, and in the higher description of what X is, it says it's a blast.
Fire self-propelled mass reactive shells called bolts, set to explode just after penetration for maximum lethality. Bolter ammunition is expensive. Standard bolter caliber, blah blah blah. Other variant shells exist for specialized purposes.
Blast does explosive type damage.
Yeah.
That's the X. It's not called out by an X. It is a weapon quality.
Yeah,
like
that sounds
accurate or balanced.
Yep.
Or reliable or scatter.
Okay,
so
you're
if
right.
your weapon has the blast quality, it does blast for explosive damage.
Then for my rectification, what does the X signify? Anything?
Explosive type damage.
Yes. So
right, but what does that
I'm getting there.
do mechanically?
I got you. I got you. So one, it describes the type of damage applied for narrative reasons or whatever, but also if critical hits are applied, blast damage criticals are a different category than rending or energy.
Correct.
That's where that distinction comes in.
So I don't set the other guy on fire.
No, unfortunately you don't. And Hashin also points out, and this is something I hadn't gotten around to explaining yet, are they mooks? If so, then mooks just die. And that's effectively what they are. They just die. The critical hits thing I was explaining earlier, which is very similar to the alien system, is for either basically for named characters, like a boss, player characters, etc.
Right.
Or if they have fate points.
Understood. So I was all
Yeah.
excited because I had blast type weapons, but
I hear you. Listen, narratively, blast like you're thumping these little mini grenades into orc bodies.
Mhm.
Yes, that's exciting. There's no
It's
argument there.
pretty freaking cool.
It's pretty cool. That leaves
Yeah.
us with
The
Squad
critical
2.
damage table has different effects depending on the critical
Sorry for making the
damage.
turn drag out. That was not my intent.
No worries. I think we're good. Alturios, are you still good?
Yeah.
Okay. Ship's Troop Squad 2, which I believe is the one with the red die next to them. What are they doing?
All right. So just so that there's no bias from me, I've given almost everybody a +10. I'm asking our 3 player characters for a vote. Who should I give the +10 to for their aiming?
Not
Should I give
I,
it-
said the little red hen.
The
Right.
little red
So-
hen with
so
all
are
the
you-
guns.
Not our mooks.
So are we voting for Jeff the chef with his cannon?
38
Are we
ballistic-
are we voting for Alturios or are we voting for Jace?
I'm
Jason,
fine
Sorry,
with
Voting.
Icarus.
Oh. Oh yeah, Jason already. No.
Did
give it
I
to
already
Jace.
go?
No.
No, not yet.
We'll give it to
not
Jace.
this turn.
It's the
Okay.
ship's troops turns this
Out
time.
of 3, I have 1 vote for Jace. Do I hear anything else?
Jace is fine.
I'll
Okay.
make that 3 votes for Jace.
Okay.
I absolutely will vote for myself.
I would
Alright.
be scared
As
if you're
well,
doing
you
otherwise.
should.
All right. It is the ship troops' turn. The ones with the red die. What would they like to do?
That I believe that is Warner's.
I believe
Oh.
so too.
Yes, sorry. You know what? They are going to set up a suppressing fire thing for the other group if they enter line of sight outside of the rocks.
Yeah, so a 45-degree angle basically covers both channels, the way I see
Yep.
it. So if
Yep,
you
yep.
want to just set it up generally this direction once they come within
If
so much
as-
distance.
once they come within weapons distance and are not obscured by the rocks, I'm going to pin them with
So
suppressing fire.
basically from about the die to the lead orc is 45 inches. So you currently have a +10 to shoot at them right now. Well,
Yeah,
the
but I'm
first
just
guy
saying
anyway.
once they're not
Once they're
hiding-
all
or-
within less than 50,
once they're all not obscured by the rocks.
the rocks won't obscure unless they're next to them, at which point it just
Okay.
becomes armor. Which
So,
of course will negate
In that
the
case,
lasers.
I'm just going to pin them now. If they're in
I
the
would-
open,
If I may, and this is absolutely
Yeah.
your call, I was going to suggest, because not all of them are within the less than half,
okay.
you
Then I'll
can
wait till
wait.
they're all
You can
within the
set the
less than half.
Yep, set the Overwatch until they are at X range, which X being less than 50.
X being less than 50. Once they're all within less than 50,
Okay,
I'll pin them in the open.
sounds good.
Now, one thing for further note that you might want to note, Omar, is I'm asking as
Uh-huh.
a favor to the players that typically in combat, if troops are moving forward and pinning fire stops, they don't continue to move forward under pinning fire. So once they start moving forward and are in range of pinning fire, could we take the dice rolls from there instead of completing their movement? And if you say yes or no, you can put that on your notes for next week.
Honestly, I tried to follow you. I'm lost because the
Okay,
let me try to walk that back just a little bit. So
Hypothetically,
somebody moving,
re-explain.
somebody. Okay, so you shoot.
I'll re-explain real quickly because this might solve a lot of questions.
Okay,
If their movement range is this far, because I think it's like 8 or something. If
right.
their movement range is this far, but they only have to go this far to be half the distance to be within range of his pinning fire, he should be able to take the pinning fire shots at half range rather than waiting until they're somehow under full cover through their full movement.
They won't be under full cover.
Okay, that's all I was checking to see.
Yeah. The other thing, I think part of what got me confused too, frankly, and just to kind of let everybody know, is like once the pinning condition is applied, you have to pass. I'm going strictly off the top of my head. you have to pass at least a willpower test
Yep.
in order to break that condition. So even if the pinning fire stops, you still are technically considered pinned until you make that test. Whatever the test
And-
exactly is. I think it's just the willpower, but I could be wrong.
And what I would use as a real life example, the troops coming off the boats on Normandy didn't get to count the full cover they got for diving behind the obstacles on the beach. They still had to run through the fire. That was
Yeah. Speaking of orcs, that takes it up to this guy here.
Does he need to pass the willpower check?
No, no, because he is just going to. What's his thing?
These humies have real DACA.
He is going to charge his ass off the map. I'm not sure if that really works, but he's bolted and he's basically found a way to break line of sight because of rubble and rocks and shit like that. He's gone. He's like, nope, you killed the 4 of my best friends ever, and I'm fucking out.
That stinks. I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he
is
said.
Is that normal orc behavior?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they know the fight is not good enough of a fight for them, yeah. Because here's the thing, this is my justification. You guys are more familiar with the Warhammer setting than I am, I think, but orcs live to fight. They don't live to kill or die. They live to fight. And if they start getting beat and they have the option of running away, that means they can fight a different day.
I guess freebooters might be more sneaky than the average orc, but the average orc wouldn't retreat unless told to.
That implies a little bit of fanaticism that I feel like orcs don't have.
It really depends if they're enjoying the fight. I mean, that's subjective.
Right,
was
and
gonna
I
say,
will tell
none
you
of
right
these
now, the
fucking
guy that just ran off is
I was
not
gonna say,
enjoying
none
this
of these
fight.
orcs have gotten within range to do anything, so they're not having fun. They're gonna leave.
No, they're not. They're
They'll
like,
wait
no,
for- they'll
getting
wait for
close to
another
these
time.
guys to beat them up, which is what we want to do, is not happening. I'm out.
Fair. I was not like even though it would have meant we had something else to shoot at and a problem closer to us, I was still like, is that how an orc would behave? Anyway.
It is very open to interpretation. I may
If I'm
not
gonna
necessarily
ask
be the most
questions of-
accurate, but I'm going
If
with
I'm-
in this particular case, these guys are like, no, we couldn't get close enough to do anything, and they're just shooting the shit out of us. So fuck this. We'll
Right.
go somewhere
So-
else
so-
and find somebody else to beat up.
I'm not arguing any further, but I'm saying in my defense, the reason I asked is if I'm going to be like, hey, that doesn't make sense lore-wise for something that favors us, I'm also going to be doing it for something that doesn't necessarily
Sure.
favor us.
Sure.
Because he could have gotten in there and killed somebody.
Correct.
Jace is up.
Ah,
With his extra +10, shall we not forget?
Yes.
yep. Let's see here. They are
I believe more than double. Am I crazy?
Not quite double.
no,
70
not
would
more
be
than
double.
double.
Okay.
So no additional
So-
penalties. Now, did they take a run, or have they just moved regularly? Because I don't see a dice by them.
No, they
Oh, there is
did.
a dice.
It's over here.
It's
There's
bad angle on
there-
my part.
Yeah. They did the full run.
So I'm at -20, +10, burst fire +10. So that's a 0.
Mm-hmm.
It's all even Stevens.
And then if you
And
want,
I will definitely spend a fate point.
I mean, we're getting right up to the end of the show. The fate points will be back again at the beginning of the next one.
Yep.
So ballistic +10, and I
Time
assume
flies
you're
when your rules
shooting at the.
lawyering.
I'm assuming you're shooting the guy in the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because none of these guys are damaged.
Correct.
So yeah, shooting the guy in the front.
What's your ballistic skill? 46, I think you said.
45.
45. All right. So with a +10, it's at 55.
Yep.
When you're ready, make your roll. Oh wow.
I am so spending a fate point to re-roll that.
He went
So,
from
I
rolling
just
2
wanna make
100s
sure-
to a 99 on his next roll.
So your last 3 rolls are 100, 199.
It's
Yep.
fucking ridiculous. And he's spending a
Okay.
fate point.
To
Oh,
re-roll.
yeah, absolutely. I would too.
Yeah, no question.
Much
That's
better.
much better. 3
Yeah.
degrees of success. That gives you that was semi-auto, so you get a +1 attack, or excuse me, +1
Yep.
hit. So 2
Yes.
hits.
+1 hit.
2 hits. Do you want to both on the first one, or do you want to split them between the first 2?
Both on the first.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage. What's the pen on your weapon?
It's a health pistol, so
Pen
it's
7.
7.
Okay, so armor's negated.
And I think that's it. I just need to roll.
Yep, and it's for a hell gun. It's 1d10 plus.
No, health pistol.
So yes, correct. Hell pistol 1d10 plus like 4 or 6.
4.
All right.
Hell gun is +6, I think.
Okay.
7.
Oh, 7.
Yep. So roll a 5 or higher to do damage.
Okay.
No, the hell gun is 1d10 plus 4. I've got an
I
extra.
thought he said. I
2.
thought it to be up. It was my mistake. I thought he said you were discussing pen.
All right.
So
So
I did roll a 9
Yep.
on the second shot.
the 9 plus
+4 is
is
13.
Minus 8 is 5, which means okay. And unfortunately, the first shot he just fucks it up and spits it out.
Yeah.
He's like, "Pfft, it's nothing. I can eat that shit all day." That takes us to Icarus.
To be fair,
Yeah.
like a chunk of his flesh is probably burnt up. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. Yeah, he's just like, "Meh, my mama hit me harder than that."
He's an orc. He doesn't have a mother.
My squig bites harder? What do you want from me, Rev? The knob hits harder. How about that?
Me Gritch.
I will aim and shoot at the these
Okay,
one here.
so minus 10 is what I'm hearing. Is your
Yeah.
net modifier?
And I
Sorry.
guess I'll spend another fate point to
Okay. To balance it out.
Yeah.
Minus 0. And this is an aimed single shot, correct?
Correct.
Okay. 27. What was your target number?
46.
So 2 degrees of success, but that actually doesn't matter because it's a single shot. Am I crazy?
No.
I mean, regardless of whether you're not whether you're crazy, I think you're right.
That's fair. That's totally fair. All right, roll your damage. What's the pen on your weapon?
That's a 7 with 7.
Pen 7. Unfortunately, 7 damage is just again. My Gretsch slaps harder. That will take it to Jeff the Chef. Rev, you're up with Jeff the Chef.
The chef.
He's got 60 range on his, so I think that is going to be double from where he currently is.
Shouldn't be.
No, that's I
No.
got 56 and a
It's
half for the
inside.
lead.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's giddy with his weapon firing at this point. I am going to spend my last fate point to give him an extra 10 to hit.
okay. Are you doing a semi burst? I imagine.
Obviously.
All right, so that
What-
balances out to 0. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, balance 0. So that's going to be 38 to hit.
If anybody has an extra fate, I'm sure I might could use it on a reroll depending on how that
No,
goes.
that's a degree of success. Unfortunately, not enough for the second round to smack him, but it is enough for the single round.
2d10 plus
4.
Okay.
0 pen, unfortunately. So that is 10, but the armor in the body is 2, and then the toughness is 8. So
So 14.
oh nope, okay, yeah, never mind. I forgot about that. So it is 4 damage. Okay, yeah, finally something harder than a Gretchen hits this guy. Next up is Winter.
Jeff the chef goes.
I got him, boss. I got him.
He pulls out his pineapple grenade.
It's a cake. It's a small cake. It's a pocket cake. A pocket
He takes
grenade.
he takes a celebratory bite.
Yep. And then he realizes he just lost 3 teeth because that was actually one of the actual crack grenades in his pocket. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't have.
Did you just give him crack grenades?
let
Sold.
me mouse
It's
over.
canon.
No, he doesn't have grenades.
It's canon. It's
It doesn't
canon.
his stats don't have a grenade on him.
Yeah, but the GM just said he has crack grenades.
Stop it. That crack grenade's only gonna be good to hit one orc anyway.
Oh, there's a
What is a crack
pineapple
grenade
upside
other
down
than
crack
getting
grenade.
high?
Who said I'm using it against this orc?
What good is a crack grenade other than getting high?
No. Wow. Yeah, I heard the first time and kind of ignored it. Yeah, now I have to respond. And my response is, wow.
We hear it at what is your official? It's the
Omar
Krieg
Krieg
Domin- we hear
channel?
at we hear
The
at the
Krieg
Krieg
Dominion.
Dominion. Do not endorse the use of drugs and or
Or grenades without due cause.
yes.
Winter's up. Don't think she necessarily needs to re-roll or anything to keep the power going.
Right. Technically, she has a weapon. I'm going to literally just take a shot.
A las pistol. It's and her ballistic is like a 30 something too. Let me see.
Yep.
Let's see. Ballistic 37. So that's 17 unless she does like an aim or something with it.
Well, she can either aim or fire the burst. So I was just gonna.
Well, it's a
fire
las
the
pistol. I
burst.
don't think it has a burst.
I thought this last pistol did. Let me pull the weapons table back up. I'm not used to that.
According to the stats written on her character sheet, it is a single shot weapon only.
What? I guess last
Let
pistols
me
might be
take
different.
a quick look.
By all means, it.
I've got the PDF right here. Last pistol is just a single shot.
Yep.
So aim shot.
So minus 10.
1d10 plus 2.
The blind lady aims the pistol.
That's hilarious, actually. So yeah,
Correct.
27 or lower will hit.
And
Well, hold
Make
on,
it-
because
make
she
it-
has fate points too. She has 4 total.
okay, so
Well, now
I guess
3.
I'll add one.
I guess now 3, because now she's shooting against a 37. See what happens. That is
Hey!
11. That's a hit. All right. 1d10
Now,
plus
does she do any damage with a las pistol? It's a 1d10 plus 2.
and
with,
0 pen.
No, oh yeah, las pistols have 0 pin. I thought las pistols. had a
However,
10.
11 is a right arm, so the armor on that arm is 1. No, sorry,
Okay.
2.
So I'm rolling 1d10. 8 plus. I lost it 2, so she does 2 points of damage.
Well, it actually
No.
between the
The
armor and
armor, right?
the armor and toughness, it doesn't do anything.
Honestly, damage should eventually boil away armor, but what do I know?
I don't believe that rule is in play.
It's not.
I'm
still gonna whinge about it.
Let's see. Let me try something. Let me see something really quick here.
But I'm not going to whinge too hard because it could be used against us.
He's a whinger.
Let's see.
Do these orcs take a morale penalty for seeing the other squad run off the field?
Well, from what I'm reading under their orc unique talent of mob rule, no.
Oh.
Because
Mob
orcs grow in
rule.
confidence and brutality in the company of their own kind. For every additional orc within 10 meters, the orc's willpower is increased by plus 10. Any one of these guys is going to have a plus 40 to their willpower, which would put it at a 68 to resist the effects of fear and pinning. However, these orcs are also getting bored. So I'm going to make...
Come on, let us finish fighting them. Don't just hand wave them off the board.
Well, let's see what this roll says first. Yeah, never mind. They're staying. They're dumb.
We think we can get there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to
Um,
kill them. It's just more fun that way.
Yeah. Let's see.
And now that we've ruled out all the rules, I don't think we should have too much lawyering. Next session, we can power through it and get on to narrative.
So
or
he's
more combat
going
as
to
he sees it.
So he's going to move and shoot. Ballistic skills 20. Probably going to miss. He's shooting at one of the guardsmen. One of the guardsmen closest to him. So 20 or less. Oh, you know, I should double check range. Hold on. 60 meters, and then that is going. Oh, okay. What did I roll?
Do you need
50.
One of my
Missed.
dogs is now trying to get my attention. What?
Sure.
Who's the best boy?
It's more of a when he's trying to get my attention like this. It's more of a I need to go outside or
Oh, that's a hit with 2 degrees of success, but that won't matter because it's a single shot. Let's see. 1d10 plus 9, pen 2, tearing. Oh no, it's chainsaw. Chain axe, rather. 1d10 plus 4, pen 0.
that was strange.
6 points of damage to the. Let's see. I rolled a 3. It's a 30. Left arm on this guardsman right here. Arm is. Arms, body, head, legs 4. So that's 4. Yeah, somewhere between armor and toughness, it does no damage. That's anticlimactic. $20 to hit. Miss. It's also going to be a 20 to hit. Single shot. Miss. And the last one. That's right. Oh, stop it. Just to verify. Correct. 20 or lower. That's a miss. Orc's turn is complete, and they no longer have the minus 20 modifier. That now takes it to squad. This is Jace's squad.
Squad 1.
Yep, these guys over here.
Yep. And the range is 100.
Yep, so they're not quite.
And does it have
They do not have the minus 20.
burst fire?
Oh, sorry. Las rifle, no. No, I'm sorry. Las rifle does have the. It can fire up to 3 rounds in a burst.
Okay.
So they can actually do plus 10 aimed burst. Oh, hold on. Not aimed. Plus 10 semi burst. If there are fate points involved, that takes it to a plus 20, and that is net modifier. Because
yeah, I'll spend a fate point on them.
Because they no longer have the minus 20 modifier. Works.
And
so that will be ballistics 35, so that's a 55. And there are 5
was
shooters.
it 100 or 110 for the range?
Say 100. Yeah, 100.
100. Okay. Am I able to do burst fire and move their shortest distance?
No. Burst is a full action.
Okay. So let's see. They don't have the minus 20.
Correct.
They get plus 10 from burst fire.
Correct.
Plus 10 from fate.
Correct.
And their base is 35, so that's 55 so far.
Yep.
And what's the burst rating? 3.
Up to 3 hits.
So first one, 55.
That's a miss.
Not a hit.
1 remaining.
Second one.
That is a hit
That's a hit.
with 2 degrees of success, so that's going to be 2 hits.
2, not 3.
The single one, because it's 1 for every 2 degrees of success.
Okay.
So 2 hits. I'm assuming you're hitting. Whoops, I hit the wrong button there. I'm assuming you're hitting this guy.
The guy.
The wounded one is what he wanted.
Yes, the wounded one.
First shot. I moved away from the card, so I don't remember what the damage is. I think it's like 1d10 plus 3 or something like that.
Yes, it is.
Okay. 30
And
body.
pen 0 and 2 hits.
Correct. And you need to hit. You're going to need to roll. In order to do any damage, you're going to have to overcome 10 points of damage. Or 10 points of armor
Right.
and toughness.
Right.
So what,
That 3 was almost an 8.
And the 5 is a. What was it? 1d10 plus 3?
So it's an 8.
Both of them are soaked.
Okay.
It's an 8 total and a 6 total.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And then
Shooter number 3.
yes.
Speaking of shooter number 3, there's apparently some scuttlebutt that some of the Kennedy and Epstein and I think
Let's stay focused here because I got a lot of numbers in my head. That unfortunately that's 3 total misses, 1 hit so far.
I was gonna say files are being deleted, so we'll never know if there was a third shooter.
That is a hit. Unfortunately, it is only a single hit.
Yep.
Go ahead, 1d10 plus 3. 24.
Nope, soaked.
Give me 1 sec. So that is in the arm. The arm has.
Still soaked.
Just bear with me for a second. The arm has 2 armor. So you still have to get over 10. If you have any fate points, I will allow you to re-roll that damage if you want to, because this will be the last combat-related roll of the night.
Nope, still soaked.
Okay, well, I tried. Let me save the table as is. Actually, let me get that out of there. That out of there. That stays. I've got it named.
Omar, is the communications shuttle armed?
When
it comes back down, when it comes back down for a relay, order it to attack the the remaining orcs.
Oops. I want to name this Koronus episode 16. Let's make sure it's going to the right folder. Oh my gosh. Warhammer. Jesus Christ, I have a lot of folders in here. Alright, I guess that'll... Okay, it went to the right one. Alright. Cool. Let me pull up my notes so I can make sure I stay on track. Jeff pass one? I'm not sure what you're asking, Hashin. That's not what I wanted.
I don't have the...
Oops.
I don't have your stream up.
No worries. God damn it, wrong one again. Alright, there we go. I got the right one this time. Let's see. Let's go to outros and stuff. Today's session, you guys receive 200 experience points at this point.
Yay!
I was debating for a moment to give you the additional 50, but you're still in the firefight, so...
Okay. We got 250 last week, you said, correct?
I don't honestly remember.
Yes,
that's
it was 250
correct.
last.
Okay.
Did we add 250 to Rodance's sheet?
I would have, yes. I'm going to add again for tonight, the 200.
Okay. Do you want to level her, or do you want me to?
By all means, if you want to, I won't stop you.
Okay.
In that case, and if you're going to add experience, I'm not going to add on mine. I'm not going to try to keep multiple copies rolling here.
Right, I understand.
And on that note, Alterios, I know I feel like you're in a bit more of a time crunch than everybody else, so I'll start with you. Feedback, outro related comments. What do you got for us, my friend?
Nothing bad. Just kind of surprised how much firepower it actually takes to take down an orc when you're not a space marine. Because like as I said, with space marines, it's just like, oh look, enemies. Don't. No more enemies. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Um,
And these are
just
mook
kind
orcs
of
too, so even for space marines, these orcs in particular would probably be super easy.
so just kind of interesting to see because all the 40K stuff seems to use pretty much the same system, so it's kind of interesting to see how the other side lives.
Yeah. Yeah, the other side, the non-augmented humans.
Yeah, normies.
The
Ugh.
norms. Well, the other thing too is like, and this is something that I am slowly becoming accustomed to or adjusting on the fly, as the case may be more accurately, is keeping in mind like weapon damage of what everybody on the table has versus the armor of what everybody has, because the orc starting out with that armor initially was a bit much, because you saw almost within that second round, like halfway through when I started changing all the armor values, it was like suddenly orcs are dropping, which is a
Yeah,
bit more of what was supposed to be. Like orcs are meant to be a challenge, absolutely, but these orcs in particular, only once they get into physically bash your face range, and they hadn't gotten there yet. You should have been able to do a little bit more than that.
I'm almost wondering how, because like, okay, if you don't, because I don't know how many players would realize that they could, have an away team that comes with them. If you didn't have that and you only had like the rogue traders like inner circle, like this fight seems like it would be
There's a reason.
pretty
So
grueling.
I don't know. I think the book would have said one thing. What I opted with in this fight in particular was one orc per player character, plus one orc for every 2 NPCs. So you
Okay.
guys brought, and that amounted to 10
We're
orcs.
making the game harder. Cool.
Well, I didn't mean to make it harder per se, but I definitely wanted it to be a sufficient. I didn't want you guys to show up and just one round shoot everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Right.
even though they're orcs. Yeah, and not for nothing. As entertaining as that might be for you guys, you're like, wow, we're just nuking orcs. This is awesome.
That would be kind of weird. Like I think Reinhardt might be able to do it with all the weaponry he has, but like
Reinhardt should
Haljan
be
is
able to,
good, but
yes.
I think this is pretty well balanced. I mean, like no one's died, so like
And nobody's
No
even
one's
taking damage
died.
either. But that's
Yeah.
also because they've been doing nothing but running at you. I was
Yeah,
actually
this-
hoping, honestly, there was a part of me, like, initially they were going to do the double flank thing. But then I realized that, okay, maybe that's a little too smart for these dumbass orcs when their intelligence was like 26 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all right, yeah, no, I guess we'll just bum rush them, see what happens. And then they were going to both basically end up running into the slower sand. So now their movement's going to be even slower. So basically, they're just going to be bogged down fish in a barrel at this point. So like, come on, guys, come on, guys, come on, guys. Just shoot them. Just shoot the fuck out of them.
I forgot about the terrain. That does make a huge difference. They
I-
did
Yes.
get basically stuck in that loose sand.
Yeah.
26 is actually pretty smart for an orc.
Yeah, which is why I was like, no, these guys probably would just be like, ooh, something else to fight. Go, go, go. Anything else?
30s would be
Alternatives?
like a genius orc.
Yeah, that's it. I like, I like combat. That means I get to roll. I get to roll things. And yeah, it's pretty good. I like I like I like the map. It's very nice.
Thanks. I did try to put together something of a map that was more than just, something to look at while you move across the board, because otherwise it's just a board that looks good. I wanted to put a little bit of, some sort of tactical thought into it. And I tried to funnel you guys a little bit in one way and try to funnel the orcs in another way. And no, everybody just basically is like, nope, we're going to stay here and
Joke's on
shoot
you,
them
we
as they
chose
run at
camping.
us.
We brought the campfire and the tents, and we're just sitting here.
Well,
I mean, you got a
I-
chef too, with fucking food.
I cannot speak for Alterios or Jace per se, but I know between me and Warner, we are set up to shoot things, not to go hit them.
Yeah,
I was gonna say if I maybe
Oh, yeah, me
chose
too.
a missionary with a flamer, it might be different. I might get up there because range.
yeah.
But I do know a normal human meleeing with an orc is generally a bad idea.
Oh no, it's really
Yes.
fucking bad.
It's a terrible idea.
It is. I
I'm
did a
we-
match with Grimdark James using the only war rules, which are basically the same as these. And at one point he was playing the orcs, I was playing the humans, and at one point he managed to get a couple of his orcs into melee range, and they charged, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And that squad that had to take on a single orc, I think it was, ended up dying to a man. Except the man at the end was like, "I'm pulling a fucking grenade. Fuck this," and finally got him, dying in the process.
There are only 2 non-exotic weapons that I would be willing to melee an orc with. Nope. Take that back. Only one.
I want to ask a follow-on question, but I want you to answer or finish your statement first.
The power axe
Yeah.
does 1d10 plus 7, and since it's melee, also your strength. But you need to be getting through their toughness. Full on. If your weapon doesn't have a significant amount of plus damage
Mm-hmm.
against orcs, you're gonna have a bad day.
Reinhardt, or God damn it, I did it again. Warner, let me ask you this:
Mhm.
Ogren frying pan melee, 1d10 plus 4 plus 6 total, 2 pen. Would you take that into a melee encounter against an orc?
Nope,
caveat.
I would not. But I'm not an ogren.
Right. I was gonna say caveat. You also have a naval cannon.
Yeah. Well, the other side of that too is I think if it was Reinhardt taking that Ogren frying pan into the fight, it would only be a 1d10 plus 4, which means he still has to find a way to get through all that fucking armor and toughness. The Ogren will get the plus 6, which changes the variables a little bit.
Question.
It does.
If Warner is if Reinhardt is wielding an Ogren frying pan, does it count as a shield?
Does it count as a shield or does it count as a two-handed bludgeon?
No, shield. Does it count as a shield? Because it's a
no,
giant
I got you.
flat
I was expanding
chunk
the
of
joke.
iron.
Yes. I mean, ideally, if you're fighting the orc, what you have is the man-portable las cannon.
Yeah. Because when in doubt, burn a hole right through them.
You know what? I'm gonna have
Las
to
cannon don't
reload
give a
after
fuck.
every 5 shots, but I'm going to put an orc down with each of those 5 shots.
You know what would have come in handy against those more heavily armored orcs that you threw at us? A combat servitor with a heavy bolter.
Just put them up on a hill. Just go. Doop, 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 doop.
Look, the bolt weapons only have pen 4, unless it's, well, the heavy bolter has pen 5.
That
But
would have been more than enough to get through 90% of that armor in it, the initial set of armor values, anyway.
And also because it's fully auto, it gets an extra bonus to hit.
Yeah,
It would have
plus
negated
20 for
their...
full auto.
yay.
All right, Darius. The other two of the other three have chimed in. What do you got?
Had fun. Combat is good. Definitely a nice map. I like having cover.
I had a feeling throwing some cover on the map would not be a bad idea, just because they're fucking orcs. If they might not be able to shoot well, but it doesn't take but a bad roll to start eating lead.
I was curious
Yeah.
why you didn't have them, once they started getting bogged down, why you didn't have them open fire instead of continuing to charge.
Well, because the two groups hadn't yet hit the bogged down shit. The one group made it pretty much up to the line, and that was
Fair.
when the armor values changed and their survivability went, well, basically plummeted. The other group, they're not quite stuck in, but I made a tactical decision that I might as well at least throw some lead at you guys and see what happens here, because clearly they're not going to get into charging range anytime soon.
Indeed.
Although I could, I guess, theoretically charge them to cover more distance, but I don't I feel like that's kind of breaking the intent of what a charge is. Like using a charge to get the extra movement feels wrong. Or I'm reading the fucking movement shit wrong because let's see. What it tells you, the full move. Oh, I am reading it wrong. The run is actually 18, not 9. Shit. Well, that would have changed a few things.
They definitely would have added some
mobility?
Not just mobility.
Carnage?
Some threat.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think that'll make
some
the
impending doom.
I think that will make the next squad a little more challenging for next week.
Yeah. When I realized that they could actually run 18, not just 9, because I misremembered how. I love how this. I'm not throwing this on anybody. This is on me. I didn't catch it, but also I'm not the only one that didn't catch that. All of us have character sheets open, or should.
I was curious what you were doing with 9.
I wondered why the orcs were not moving.
I figured the orcs might be just slower of foot.
No, that's totally on me. And here's how I know I fucked that up, because at one point Warner moved a full run with the guards and had an awful lot of movement, and I was like, doesn't seem right. Fuck it, whatever. I'm not gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll with it. Fuck it. They're like, at some point I'm just gonna GM hand wave if I need to. Yep, that's fine. They can move that far and duck into cover. And it didn't click in my head that no, that was a full run movement range, which was a lot more than I thought it was for the orcs. So
I was reasonably sure that I was moving things correctly.
You were. I, on the other hand, was not, and nobody called it out, myself included, especially myself included. But also, if my opponent was only moving half the range they had, I wasn't going to say anything. Like, no, please, don't come any closer than you want.
By all means.
I did wonder at one point, what's he playing at with him moving such short distances?
Yeah, that was, yep, that's, well, I'm gonna remember how to do that next week. This other group of orcs might get a little bit closer this time before they die.
A little bit closer.
All right, Rev, what do you got?
Well, I've given most of my feedback in the session.
Yes.
And amidst others' comments. So I just wanted to let everyone know, apparently Subway has an Oreo footlong now, of which an image is posted in chat.
I am not looking at that.
I don't want to. Like, there's a part of me that's really curious, but also I know better. I just fucking know better. Darius, don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I like Oreos.
Yeah, he's fucked.
You shall regret this.
I mean, I like Oreos too, but
Warner,
I'm not downloading a file to see it.
Though. Okay, it's in the Rogue Trader Discord.
Did I?
Why do you do these things?
Warner, you chimed in with a comment, but I didn't give you a specific moment there. Did you have anything you wanted to add, or shall I move on to the close of the stream?
I would just say, when we're, setting up combats,
yes,
and things like that, just double check real quick what the party's capabilities are. Sometimes you may have to tune your enemies up. Sometimes you may have to tune them down.
Yes, that is absolutely something I'm learning.
There are blocks of stats, but those blocks of stats mean things, and they're not just easily portable into any situation.
I have a further caveat to that.
Sure.
Please do not use Warner's stats as the benchmark for the party.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, I think, honestly, as I think I've made it clear, like, this is the first time I've run a Warhammer 40K, a game of this style. And I'm not opposed to, one, admitting where I fuck up, and two, I'm not opposed to being like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to change that shit on the fly. No biggie, because I've done that, right? Well, this is one of those things where it's kind of hard to, like, read into the information that is being provided to know if this challenge or this encounter is going to be too much or too little.
Yeah, it's something that you get more of with experience as a GM, just in general. But, like, even in D&D, that there are things that say they're the appropriate challenge rating, but if you throw it at a certain party, it will F them up.
Yeah.
and then or freaking Shadowrun.
Whoa.
Like just
Buckets of
all
dice, and
bets
somehow
are
your party is still dead.
all bets are off in Shadowrun. Do not arms race the GM. The GM always wins an arm race. So the GM has to be very careful with what he brings
Yeah.
to oppose the run. Any system has that, but this system has that in spades because the weapons and armor and toughness and the way they interact is all very different.
Yeah, I could see how it's definitely a very precarious balancing act to keep it from, you know, the dynamic of how much damage is too much, how much soak is too much, and how much armor and pen and how all of that works together. Because like
And I'll be
like right
honest,
now, like
part
you're
of that is
Go ahead.
why I've made the purchases that I've purchased. I'm like, I want to be the Swissy Army knife weapon.
Yeah,
I want to have the tools for the situations when the situations come up.
yeah. And we've got like in order to do any damage on these orcs, you have to do a minimum of 10 damage before anything gets through, which is a significant amount of damage when your damage
Sans
profile
armor
is in the neighborhood of 1d10 plus 4. You know?
Yep.
So,
Your average roll on a D10 is a
about a 6 or a 7.
5.5
Yeah.
mathematically.
That's
So a
definitely
5
something
or a
that
6.
Shadows targeting the mage in 5e.
I
Always
don't get
geek the
that, but-
mage. Always geek the mage. If you haven't figured that out anywhere, learn it now. Whatever the game system, geek the mage. In this case, it would be geek the psyker, but fortunately, this psyker was initially focused more on becoming better at communication and
I will tell
some
you one
support.
system in which the mage is laughable.
Okay.
7th Sea.
Laughable in the don't bother or laughable in oh fuck?
Laughable as in don't bother.
Oh, really?
It requires so much experience. Now, NPCs are a different story. NPC mages can be scary as fuck. But in 7th Sea, it is mechanically best to just build yourself up a wall of traits and ignore skills, ignore sword schools, ignore sorcery, because the way the system works is roll and keep, and you keep based on your stats, and you generate drama dice based on your lowest stat, and
Mm-hmm.
drama dice convert into XP at the end of the session.
Hmm.
So it is always most efficient to spend your XP to increase your stats, which increases your XP, which increases your stats, which increases your XP, which increases your stats.
I'm
And
detecting a theme here.
and sorcery, or being a mage in 7th Sea, is an enormous XP sink for almost no benefit. You have to get some ridiculous amount of XP into the system before you're able to do things that other party members can do with like 10 XP.
Well, I may have to reconsider some of my thoughts about using 7th Sea at some point. At any rate, let's get out
It
of
can
here.
be fixed with house rules.
Sure. I'm a fan of house rules when necessary. I'm also a fan of using a system that actually works correctly. And I'm not saying 7th Sea is broken. I don't
Also,
know enough of it.
that's the first ed. I
Yeah,
haven't
and there's a
played
whole new
anything
there's a whole I don't know about whole
since
new
then.
edition, but there is second edition out, I think, is the
Yes,
last
there
one.
is a new edition since I've played.
Yeah.
But the original 7th Sea, which is a wonderful game, narratively very cool.
Yeah.
It's just that the crunch of it is broken in half.
Right.
It was not well balanced or considered. It's like they didn't get playtesters.
That's a bummer. But let's get out of here because otherwise Alterios is going to turn into a pumpkin and pumpkins don't talk
Sorry.
on the internet or something like that. I don't know how that works. That is it for us here tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing and sharing and all the other buttons. You can also join us in the Discord and come talk smack with us and tell me how much I suck at playing this game, or tell the others how much better at playing the game they are than I am. I don't know. Whatever it is people do in Discord, I don't even pay attention anymore. Or apparently fuck up BattleTech games as well, as you may have noticed at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, Darius, for pointing that out for everybody. If you're watching a live stream, you can hit exclamation Discord to get the link. Otherwise, the link will be in the the summary of this video down below. In the meantime, let's get out of here. That is it for us.
You can make fun of mine accent, or lack thereof.
Or, when you remember to use it. Stay safe out there, my friends. This world is a grim, dark place, so make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. And as for me and mine, we're out of here. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Later.
Bye.